Remember, do not be a sheep. For God's sake, do not keep shush. Speak up, and don't be profane. This is what the Freemasons want. They want you to keep shush. Your government want you to keep shush. The police wants you to keep shush. Shh. Do not keep shush about corruption. It only serves the corrupt. Yeah, I've got some stuff going on today, which is quite great. I'm going to give a little bit of Quincy Adams. If there's time, I'm going to go into Dr. Masonic Who. I'll show you all the signs going through the Dr. Masonic Who. I'm hoping to keep this as an hour rather than any time longer. And we just got a little bit of obviously what the Freemasons are all about as usual, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, I'd like to thank everyone who's support me, and please spread the word. Do not keep shh, because that's all the Masons want, and that's what you're up against every time. Do not be a sheep. Let's see what we can do. Right, first, what we got here, this is that Quincy Adams. I've got some letters here from Quincy Adams. I don't know where to start with them. Now what we'll do, we'll start with Quincy Adams, yeah. This is his Masonic letters. You can go read them yourself. He was the 6th president of the United States. Okay. And look, and on what's this? The teaching of the lodge Adams asserted are detrimental, noxious and unfortunate. John Quincy Adams was persuaded that the Masonic lodges were a bane to society, evil and Luciferian. Do you know what I mean? Even their write-ups are bloody horrendous. Do you know what I mean? But again, this is him going on about the corruption, yeah. And this is when obviously you all know about Morgan, who got murdered, William. This is actually what is happening today, yeah, with Freemasonry, yeah. You know what I mean? With being an accessory to the abduction of William Morgan, obviously he was hanged off a bridge in London, with shielding Masons from just punishment for crimes they might have committed, with exercising the Masonic influence of legislative, executive and judiciary branches of the government, with tampering with juries, and they do this today, trust me, with exerting an improper influence for the political preferment of the Brotherhood. And they, like I said, everything is preferment to the Brotherhood, everything, charity, the lot. And I showed you that yesterday in my last video, with the various blasphemous practices, with cause of the death of a distinguished Mason, which was William Morgan, with sanctions, principles and variance with the religion and virtue, with the assumption of power to judge individual Masons, which I showed you yesterday. They have their own kangaroo courts, yeah. That's why Freemasons are scared. They actually hold court, you know what I mean? And you know, like I said, I'll have to show you some of they put people in reflection rooms, there's beatings and all sorts of stuff, do you know what I mean, to keep people in line. Anyway, well, laws only known to the fraternity, and these laws are only known to the fraternity. If you look, I'll get a law book out and I'll show you what sort of laws they have for internal within the fraternity of their laws, yeah, and to inflict punishments corporally, which they do, even under the pains of death, which they did to William Morgan, obviously. Of each and all of these charges, they affirm in the most solemn manner that they were entirely guiltless, right? And because they think they're above everyone else and everyone else is profane, whatever their laws and they deem fit within the law of their lodge, they're entirely guiltless because they're their own law. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, the founding father, you'll have to come over to the forum and read Quincy yourself, yeah? Brilliant dude. It just shows you what was happening back in the day with these Freemasons, you know what I mean? And if it was happening in 1875, why is history repeating itself over and over and over again? Look, do you know what I mean? They're still not guilty for anything up till 2020. Well, in 2021 now. Sadly, even today, the Profane believes that. Do you know what I mean? And you don't think that all you do is go there with charity. They're not. They're gang stalking, drug dealing, pedo Freemasons. Do you know what I memean? You know? Yeah, I'll get into Doctor Who in a minute. I'll shut that down. I'll go into a little bit of this. Oh, I know I enlarged that. I think that's it, yeah. Right. Now if we go into this, I'm going to go into everything. See, look, the Grand Halen sign, right? When they're in court, all they do is a little twitch, whatever, and they can communicate between each other so fast you wouldn't even know, yeah? So a Freemason in the dock could signal a judge, and it's been done, and I can show you the signals in my next video, maybe, just some of the signals. I'm going to show you some of the signals even in Doctor Who, do you know what I mean? What I'm going to show you today, yeah? How easy their signals go across in TV. Well, I've shown you some already, yeah? You know, the fast shush, the different signs they can do, yeah? But when they give that Grand Halen sign, yeah? And the thing is, it don't matter, if you're profane and you're not a Freemason, that sign will be obeyed by any and every Mason across the board, regardless of anything. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. So the Freemason and any other would be good in defence, were it not for two objections. One of them is that the pledge to assist in indiscriminate, making little or no indifference between the good or bad nature of the actions to promote which a cooperation may be invoked. The other is that the engagement implies a duty or preference of one member of society to the disadvantage of another, who may be in all respects his superior. Do you know what I mean? So that's it, you know. And they always, and it don't matter what it is, you get stopped by the police, yeah, you're going to pay your fine. You know what I mean? They get stopped by the police, they give a little sign and waved on. Do you know what I mean? They're not even getting fined, you know. And need people to study this, you know, the people that go into court, what they're getting, what they're not getting, and put the Freemasonry on their, you know, on the judicial board, yeah, of what they're getting and what they're not getting in court. Do you know what I mean? Even on their stops, do you know what I mean? They're not answering to the crimes, because they get off with just a simple little, you know, handshake or a little sign, you know. Anyway, let's just move on, I think. But you can come and read this yourself. Just download the book, it's there, you know what I mean? Strange though it may seem, it is nevertheless equally certain that the most revolting features of the obligation, and I'm going to show you obligations in a minute, what they you know, obviously have to take. Yeah, these obligations and the pledges of subversive are all moral dysfunctions, and the penalties for violating these pledges were not those things which roused the most general popular disprobation, yeah, and believe it, yeah, they're scared, yeah. If they don't follow suit, they're scared. Like I said, they get an internal court, a trial, a kangaroo court within the lodge, yeah, and they're scared, trust me. You know what I mean? Here as often before, the shield of private character earned by a life and conversation without reproach was interposed with effect to screen from censors men who protest that when they swore to keep secrets the crimes which their brethren might have committed, provided they were revealed to them under the Masonic sign, they did nothing which they deemed inconsistent with their duties as Christians and as a member of society. It is the tendency of mankind to mix all of the abstract reasoning, however pure and perfect, a great deal of the alloy of human authority to harden its nature. Do you know what I mean? And as soon as you see that Grand Halen sign, they will follow that, and they will shut their mouth and they will back their brothers up, whether you're right or wrong, especially if you're profane. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's here in the history books. You've only got to read it yourself. You know what I mean? And once you learn who's controlled, don't look at a policeman as a policeman, or a judge as a judge, or social services or CAF-CAS. Do you know what I mean? They're all the same, all run by Freemasonry. The whole system is Masonic. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, sorry. Another argument which effectively resorted to an aid to Freemasonry in drawn from a supposed antiquity to give colour to this notion, a very ingenious use has been made of much of the sacred history, yeah, but it appears to have no solid foundation whatsoever. Research their history, yeah, and it's all what they've made up. Do you know what I mean? No one else, you know, you research it yourself and do the real facts, yeah. It goes back to a pub in England. Do you know what I mean? And then, so we're supposed to, that started off in England, so according to these dudes, you know what I mean? How do 4 dudes or 5 dudes in a pub go from one town and now spread worldwide? How do you do that without firing a shot? Do you see what I mean? Imagine that. Obviously, they've been, you know, I think they've been a lot longer than that. And that, like I said, conquerors write history. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, when they conquer, you know, an island like Great Britain or the United States, first thing you do, just look at the America, when the Cowboys and Indians, yeah, when they were taken over, do you know what I mean? What they do, sign treaties, done, next minute, you know, and they just blow them all out, see, because they're the conquerors, you see what I mean? And they write the history, you know, you watch history on telly, Cowboys and Indians, and you see them all riding around in circles, the Indians, then the Cowboys kill them and all that, and we're all like watching it on telly going, yeah, done, Cowboys and Indians, you know what I mean? But they weren't, they just wiped them out, done, you know, it's genocide, blah, blah, blah. But they writ the history books, didn't they? Do you see what I mean? You know, to make it glorified what it was, which it wasn't, you know. Like I said, if the Germans would have won the war today, we'd all be speaking German, wouldn't we? You know, it's just who conquers it, do you know what I mean? And obviously we'd hear great stories of how Hitler was this and Hitler was that, do you know what I mean? And the history is written by Germany then. Whoever conquers and whoever wins writes the history books, do you know what I mean? So, anyway, beginning 18th century... I'm going to let you read that if you want that yourself. I'll let that go on. I don't want to stick too much on this, you know what I mean? But here again, look, abusive forms of law by the hunting up of small debts of civil offences with which to carry on vexatious suits and prosecutions against the two personal hereto named, right? Which means, yeah, this is what they do. If they've got a beef about you, you know, they'll get you on driving offences, keep getting, you know, all of a sudden you'll start getting pulled over by different policemen, yeah? Do you know what I mean? You think, oh, what's going on? And they'll keep doing that till you get a driving ban, or that you'll get, you know, extra mental fines. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Anything to make your life horrible or nasty, but it's not. They're doing it because they stalk you, because because everyone's out to get them. Do you see what I mean? And they do it, and it's not just that. Like their fellow craft and the apprentice as something to entertain the troops. Do you know what I mean? You know. So anyway, of a spy into the council, so they introduced the spy into the council. Again, they do this. I should have got another link up with this, but it's a bit too late. I'll show you in another video of where they infiltrated a gang stalking the second family, yeah? Each and every person that joined the second family were all Freemasons, but they were all making out they were gang stalked, yeah? And so the guy who started it, Joe Sterling, thought all these people that were joining his group, yeah, were actual proper victims, yeah, of like being gang stalked by these Freemasons and that, yeah. In the end, when it all come down to the nitty gritty, each and every one of them who joined his club and were like doing this, doing that, were all Freemasons. Do you know what I mean? And that's what they do. So when you have a peaceful protest, say like, you know, they're doing Stand in the Park all over the place now. I hope some people are getting into that. But they're peaceful protests. That's like that woman got arrested with the ginger hair. So I don't really watch the news. I just clips it on Facebook and stuff, you know. Like she was arrested. But again, is she a paid actor? I don't know. I'm not saying she is. You know, I don't know. I don't really, you know, do that sort of stuff anyway. But you know, it's been known for them to pay the actors. Yeah, we all know that. But again, is that to do and rifle up a peaceful protest or something, some other means? You know, let's put it this way: if you've got two enemies, yeah, and you're the third person sitting out on side, how do you get two people you want at each other's throats? You take someone else's enemy out, and then they go, oh, and then they blame them and point fingers, and then the next minute everyone is fighting, but they don't look behind it. Do you see what I mean? Because the two warring factions are fighting because a third faction that's not even mentioned or anything is set the ball rolling. Do you see what I mean? And this is what Freemasonry does. You have a peaceful protest, and everyone, you know, all the good people are going, no, keep it peaceful, but there'll be a dozen Freemasons in there, and they'll start smashing windows, smashing up cars, dun. That then gives the police the right to come in, start steaming into the people that are innocent, the ones that have done all the, you know, the whatever, they go, oh, that was Antifa or whoever the bloody hell they are, and blame whoever you want. Again, all the divide and conquer, all the finger pointing, that was their fault, this point, that, but behind it, again, it's like just half a dozen Freemasons. They walked away because they give policemen the little signs and all the rest of it, or the lodgers have had the meeting and got the message down to all the rest of it, you know, because they send messages to each other like that. Yeah, they're all on a quick, you know, done. Yeah, quick line now, and they can do it within seconds. You know, I can travel from here and I can be in Bristol, and within a minute I'd have Freemasons following me about. Do you know what I mean? I've done it up north of Scotland, got the evidence. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, they can follow you anywhere in the UK. Don't worry about the UK. Go to I've been to like Asia and that, and they followed me over there. Do you know what I mean? So in like, you know, like it's nothing new. But this is what they do. They get into things, yeah, and they're behind it. And when you think like something's happening, you think, and then you're pointing, oh, I blame them. But no, that's them behind it. Do you know what I mean? Because they're controlling it because they want that. Do you know what I mean? So when you're going out for peaceful protests, just make sure who you're peaceful protesting with, because if you're standing there with Freemasons, they got their own agenda, I promise you that. Anyway, but if you know what you're looking for, and you know it, which people are waking up to it now, you know, that's what you got to look out for. They're looking for that disruption, yeah, because that disruption give the police cause to go in there and give them more laws to go, oh, we're breaking up, we're going to break this up because of this, that and the other. Do you see what I mean? You know, so it's never as straightforward as you may see or seem to think it is. Do you know what I mean? You know, what is that new law what's just come out? The bloody, you know, well, they're now looking for greater police powers to tackle disruptive, non-violent protests, right? That's non-violent, do you know what I mean? You know, and the reason is because they don't want people to get out on the streets again like they did with the yellow jackets, do you know what I mean? I mean, they shut the yellow jackets down with the virus, didn't they? You know what I mean? Put everyone back indoors, but who knows? So now, you know, they make this is how they manipulate the laws. Do you know what I mean? Of the land. But anyway, that's another story, and I don't want to get too far into things. So I'm now saying my video's now starting now from an hour, like 11:30. We'll see. Yeah, so I'll try and keep it about for an hour anyway. Anyway, attempts to surprise the printing office by concerted night attacks of men gathered by various points. Again, if you've got like a news thing, what they'll do, they'll burn it, or, you know, and you go, oh, it's vandals, or what is this, it's Antifa or whatever. No, it's bloody Freemasons doing it, do you know what I mean? Because, you know, this is some of the stuff they get up to, these are texts, do you know what I mean? Just come and read it yourself. I'll leave it up there, read it yourself, you know. And this is the tactics they do. They work in, you know, they're spies. Do you know what I mean? They're spies, and they've got one thing. They work for themselves. And they, like I said, you get a dozen in a crowd. They start smashing up cars' windows. Your peaceful protest is gone right out the window. Yeah, and don't think, oh, all Freemasons are all good and good. No, I'll tell you what they are. They're like biker gangs, scooter skins, all of that things. Yeah, and they control. And if you've got someone who controls scooter skins, for instance, yeah, then he's got 30 men under him. Do you know what I mean? That are willing to go to jail anyway because they earn the money. Blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? They're paid well. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. You know, chaos. Yeah, I'll leave that there. So yeah, that's that. And then this is what the bit I wanted to get to. You know, like I said, download it. It's on my forum. Go get it yourself. Yeah. This is the actual entered apprentice obligations upwards. Yeah. Fellow craft, master mason, blah blah blah. Yeah. So this is what you're up against. Yeah. I'll leave that there, and then you can read that at your own leisure. I'll inflate it a little bit. Does it inflate a bit? Yeah. So I'll leave it like that. See, and this is their obligation, and entered apprentice. Yeah. See, look, cannot your heaven character all there, whereby the mysteries of the masonry may be allegedly obtained. See, so they don't write it. They don't any sign. They don't put it down. Do you know what I mean? Nothing, because they normally used to do it on the floor. You see, with chalk and stuff. You know what I mean? See, look, to have my throat cut from ear to ear, my tongue plucked out by the roots and buried in the rough sands of the sea, a cable's length from shore where the tide ebbs and flow twice in 24 hours, right? See, and these ain't like jokes. This is serious. Do you know what I mean? When you take that oath, it's serious. You know, every Freemason, you think about it, that's come out, yeah, and spoke, you know, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm now a Christian, or I renounce Freemasonry, whatever. None of them tell you anything what goes on. Think about that. In fact, does anyone tell you anything what goes on with Freemasonry? No, of course they don't, because they're scared. You know what I mean? Imagine waking up, you know, you get that blindfold ripped off, you know what I mean? And then you've got like all these people, you know, who's initiated, you know them, you know, and you know them personally, yeah, obviously you get to know them, blum, blum, you know, because most of the time, like I said, you're young, you're coming in, you know, and yeah, and each and every one of them is holding a sword pointed at you, or a dagger, do you know what I mean? Looking threatening, do you know what I mean? And I mean threatening. It can be anything, you know, because they wear masks and all sorts of stuff, you know. Like I'll have to go through the masks. I don't think I've got them on this computer. I'll have to put them on there. But they wear, you know, different theatrical masks, do you know what I mean? So, you know, it's scary, do you know what I mean? And like I said, you wake up and you've got like 60 men pointing swords at you, you know, or doing certain things, you know, to make that intimidation. You know what I mean? That if you take that, you know, this oath, and you didn't stick with it, we're going to get you. Do you know what I mean? And they are, you know, they get punched out and things like that. That's the minor offences, you know. You start doing stuff, they'll whack them one. Do you know what I mean? And that normally keeps them in the line. That's why you see them running around, you know. Anyway, then you got your fellow craft. So, but each obligation, as you go up through the craft, you have to do that obligation again. Do you see what I mean? Not only does that keep you repetition and remembering the obligation, yeah, but each time they add a piece onto it. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. So this one's here. Look, see, thrown to the fields to become a prey to the wolves in the desert and the vultures of the air. So help me God. You see, which is, you know, and each one they add on to it. You know what I mean? And as you go higher up, you know what I mean. And never, look, it's always conceal and never reveal the secret parts or mysteries or mysteries of a master mason to a fellow craft or those of a fellow craft to an entered apprentice. See, they add them little bits on so it covers it. These now have all changed. Yeah, these are old. These are the old obligations. Oh, they're very much the same, but they've added other bits into them now. Do you know what I mean? So 5 points of fellowship. See, toe to toe, knee to knee, hand on back, mouth to ear, blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? Look, except with those are my options, that I obey all true signs. See, all true signs, any true sign, a token, you know, like tokens is like where they pass the coins to each other. I mean, you get a bit of clay, put your thumbprint on it, right? Yeah, when it's dried out, and then go throw it on the table with a load of men sitting on there, yeah? Go outside, yeah? And you'll find out which, every mason on that table who's a mason will come outside, or a representative of the mason on that table will come outside to assist you regardless. Try it. Just get a bit of clay, put your thumbprint in it, and then throw it on the table, yeah? Every mason on that table will go outside to meet you. That's just a token there. Anyway, and then summonses, because they get summoned, you know what I mean, regardless. That's one of the summonses, you know, sent to me by a hand of a master mason from the door of a just and regular master mason's lodge, if within the length of my cable toe. See, so it's always you know, like 3 mile and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? I forgot what the lengths are now, but there is certain lengths of the cable toe, you know what I mean, which mean in miles. You know what I mean? Like everyone is obliged, whether that's on their foot. I think in this one, bell's taken out and points compass. Yeah, this is a different one, Cardinal. But the cable tow is like a certain amount of miles. I think, you know, like it's 3 miles for an entered apprentice. You know, has to go, any call, he has to go within 3 miles. Do you know what I mean? If it's to his whatever. But they will travel miles anyway, regardless. If the masons in every town around here, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, say like the London Masons, right? What extra help? Not that there aren't enough of them already, but they could take, you know, like 100 masons from every town and city in the UK and then come to London. Do you see what I mean? And then you've got, you know, if they took 5 cities and say there's 1,000 masons in London, right? They've got 5 cities of 100 masons each. That's another 2,500 masons they've just made go into London. Do you see what I mean? But they can do that with any town or city within the UK. Do you get that? Do you see what I mean? So we're not talking 100, we're talking thousands. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And they will go in there, and like I said, you can have your peaceful protest, but maybe half the members or even 3/4 might be masons. Do you see what I mean? And that's how they control the crowd, you see, and public opinion and anything else they need to do. It's all by peer pressure. It's like I said, it's the profane versus Freemasonry. So anyway, No. I've seen remain standing penalties the first 3 degrees of masonry, but they're all different anyway. And I hope you're reading. Oh yeah, we've got the Royal Arch now. I forgot that. Sorry. Again, I'll let you read it. So yeah, I further promise and I further swear. Do you know what I mean? And it goes on and on and on. Do you know what I mean? And then I further promise and swear again. Do you know what I mean? And all these keep adding on. Do you know what I mean? And then you get the ones where I'll go to them, you know, and, you know, it's always to help each other, whatever it was, you know what I mean, regardless. Mark Master, Past Master, and Most Excellent Master, you see what I mean? So there's like each of these can be a lodge, you know, like I said, the chapters, Yeah, these are chapters as well, you know, where they learn their, you know, like you get an entered apprentice chapter where they just learn to be entered apprentices. Do you see what I mean? And then you've got your fellow craft chapter. Do you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. So, you know, this is what it's all about. And each time it's like up the pyramid as you learn. Do you know what I mean? You go higher and higher. So you've got fellow craft, master mason, mark master, past master, and most excellent master. Yeah, and it goes up like that. But each of them is a chapter. Do you know what I mean? A chapter lodge. Do you know what I mean? And then again, you just swear more. You know, more obviously blood oaths and God knows whatever. Do you know what I mean? Let me keep going. Let you read it. No, see again, all due signs and sums handed, sent or thrown to me from a chapter of a Royal Archmasons, right? Now, see what I mean? Again, when it's thrown is as the the coin you can throw on the table. Do you see what I mean? Because they have little, it ain't just coins, there's other things, do you know what I mean? Like bits of paper with signs on it, all that sort of stuff, and they will obey it. Do you know what I mean? And that'll obey it, and it has a, you know, everything has a meaning and a saying. Do you know what I mean? I will not strike a companion Royal Archmason as to withdraw his blood in anger. See, they can't be angry. They can't. If they do, they answer to themselves in the kangaroo court. Do you know what I mean? Because they do fall out, obviously. You know, and then you get them. You know, I've got things on that anyway. But that's another story. Do you know what I mean? First, I further promise and swear that I will assist a companion Royal Archmason when I see him engaged in any difficulty, and will espouse his cause so far as to extricate him from the same, whether he be right or wrong. Get that? Do you see that? Whether he's right or wrong, he will help that Freemason regardless. And if you're profane, yeah, and the police turn up, them two will be lying about you and getting you in trouble, even though you're in the right. Trust me, I've seen it. that Grand Halen sign, you know, I've seen, like, I can't go too much into it, but I've seen them fight and they give it out on the street and bang, you know, all their mates are behind it and they're like 10 deep in bloody, you know, the profane person is like 10 deep in bloody Freemasons getting slapped up. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, trust me, when that sign, that Grand Halen sign, you know what I mean? Like I said, you know, you're not just, like I said, that starts from, say, a street fight. Do you know what I mean? Then you've got 5 or 6 deep. When the police turn up, you're the profane person. Those 5 people, what, Freemasons, they're going to lie and put you right in the frame if you're profane, yeah? Not only that, then you get down to the police station. The policeman who's the Freemason is going to put you in the frame as well. And then when you get to court, if they really want to stitch you up, the judge and the bloody solicitors are going to do it. Do you see what I mean? You don't stand a chance. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's unbelievable. And this is again that I further promise and swear that I will, remember that, right or wrong, from the same, whether he be right or wrong. And they do that for each other, right? Anyway, I further promise and swear that I will be aiding and assisting all poor and indigent companion Royal Archmasons, their widows and orphans, whoever dispersed around the globe, they make an application to me such as, and I finding them worthy, can do it without any material injury to myself or family. Yeah, so you know what I mean, like them cards I show you in the last video, you know what I mean, they give them out and they'll help each other. Can you get that? Are you profane? If you're profane, is there any way where you're going to get that and raise an army? Like I said, you want someone, if you want help, do you know what I mean? You put a sign out, yeah. Like I said, you can call 100 people from the next town to you to come and support you, and they will. They'll stand there and they'll lose their back teeth for you. Do you know what I mean? They swarm in numbers, same as the police. They do what the police do on the profane. Do you know what I mean? Because that is what it is. Anyway, here we go. Skull mote it be. Do you see that? Do you see what I mean? Smote it off. Skull is smote off. Brains exposed to the scorching rays of the meridian sun. You know. I'll let you kiss the book 7 times this time, you see. And there's a Knight Templars octagon. Again, I'm going to show you in a minute the octagon, yeah, because these are the ones you got to watch. Right. Oh yeah, yeah. Furthermore, I do promise to swear that I will answer all due signs and regular summons which shall be given or sent to me from a regular encampment of Knight Templars, right? Okay. If within the distance of 40 miles, natural infirmities and unavoidable accidents only excusing me. Do Do you know what I mean? So the only thing that'll excuse him from travelling is natural infirmities, yeah, and unavoidable accidents only excuse me. So that means, right, every one of these, right, yeah, Knights Templars, right, and they're right through, and I'm gonna show you. I'll show you in the last video. Never mind about another one. That should have been proof enough. But each and every one of them will travel. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, and they think it's an encampment. This is the thing. You are at war and you don't know. They got an encampment in every town and city. Yeah, and you just like go, oh, they're for charity. Oh, they do good, don't they? No, they don't. Furthermore, I do swear that I will help an AC council, my purse and my sword, all poor and indigent Knight Templars. They're widows and orphans. They make applicants to as such, blah, 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 blah. Again, see what I mean? It's always themselves, yeah? Have you got that? Are you profane? If you're profane, then you ain't getting this. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't matter what it is. You know, sanction of a legal warrant. Do you know what I mean? So they got a legal warrant. What legal warrant? What warrant? Who's given them a warrant to have a legal? Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. It's where these encampments, if you get what I mean. Do you know what I mean? But they have an encampment. I think they meet every 3 months, I think, or is it, you know, annually anyway. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, they do this. It's serious stuff. Do you know what I mean? I will wield my sword in defence of innocent maidens, destituted widows, helpless orphans, and the Christian religion. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, the first thing that'll happen, if it ever gets to the point where you're going to take their power, they're going to get their swords and they're going to start lopping heads off. Do you know what I mean? And you'll see what I'm telling you, and then you'll know, wouldn't you? Anyway, but again, look, it goes again, look, you know what I mean? Look, it's the regulations of the Grand Encampment of the United States of America, so far as the same shall come to my knowledge, yeah? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? United States, do you know what I mean? It's all around the world. This is, you know, it's crazy, do you know what I mean? Unreal, do you know what I mean? But, yeah, obligation, so help me God and keep me steadfast before and keep the same. He kisses the book. The fifth libation, yeah? With the obligation, yeah, this is the fifth. This is part of the thingy. Pilgrimage is taken in a very solemn way. It is emblematical. Hey, I got that one, baby. Of a bitter cup of death, yeah, of which we must all sooner or later taste, and even the Saviour of the world was not exempted. Notwithstanding his repeated prayers and solicitations, it is taken of pure wine from the cup, exhibiting a human skull. He pours the wine into it and says, to show you that we here practice no imposition, I give you this pledge. Drinks from the skull. He then pours more wine into the skull and brings it to the candidate, telling him that the fifth libation is called the sealed obligation, as it is to seal all his former engagements in Masonry. See, so think about it. Like I said, you know, you can go, oh, he's a Knights Templar, or he's this, or he's Skull and Bones and all that. But he's just a Freemason, do you see what I mean? All engagement, all format. So, you know, come on, what are the names? I can't even think of the bloody names. So, you know, like Bohemian Grove, Demorlay, all of that. They're just other names, yeah? And I can't, do you see what I mean? I've got so much going around in my head, it's bloody unreal. But again, everything is just masonry, do you know what I mean? And I think I listened to Trump's speech today, and he said that they wanted him to make up another party, yeah, in another name, yeah, and then he said, why would I go for another party with another name and divide myself? Do you know what I mean? Divide myself and make myself weak. Did you hear him say that? I don't know what speech it is. I meant to have that on today for this, but that's what he said. You know, they wanted him, you know, to divide his party or whatever, rename his party. But that's what they do. You see, they're clever. They rename a party. Like I said, you've got all these people, right? Now, I know you're all on different groups and all that on Facebook and that, but make sure your group is run by who it says it is. Yeah, because they want to make up as many groups as they can, yeah, these Freemasons, and they're paid to do it, and they're paid well, and I've shown some of it, a little bit of it. And they make these groups up because they divide you, because a divided person, yeah, regardless of what it is weak, isn't it? 6 people are better than 1 person, isn't it? Yeah, 12 is better than 6, do you know what I mean? But if they can divide that, do you know what I mean, and make all these groups up, yeah, You know, and that'll be the Knight Templars or whatever. They just sit at her, make a group, and you lot just sit on that group going do, and you know, they can steer it with this and that, yeah. And they do it in groups, and they're paid to do that. You know, they ain't got to do anything else because you're already divided anyway. Do you see what I mean? And then you get these go, oh, you're not taking my members, don't take, and then they start fights of the members who, I don't care, just get all on one base. Do you know what I mean? Start fighting and uniting. You know what I mean? Don't keep dividing yourselves. Do you know what I mean? Make a one group up, be strong, yeah. Don't keep dividing yourselves into this group, that group, this group, that. You know, they're already you know, throttling down your posts and God knows whatever else. I'm going to show you how they're doing that as well. I mean, just look at my posts and my videos, they don't get anywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's unreal. You know, the dividation, I'll show you that as well. But like I said, these people here, let me scroll down so you can read a bit more. But yeah, again, this is what they do. Do you know what I mean? Dividing all these new little, you know, do not keep making up new whatever they're, you know, whatever these bloody things are, these groups. Stop making new groups. Do you know what I mean? That's what they love, because then you're dividing the people, you know. And all of you, if you've got a small group of 500 people, then find, if you're an admin of a group, find another group that you trust. If you're true, yeah, and you really want to do what you're doing, yeah, and you want to help the people, then find a group that has something, yeah, that is true, has good admins, and you believe in that. Then you put all your people into that group. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Because it ain't about groups and how many numbers and all that. The fight is not that. The fight is about the people that are controlling everything, yeah, and taking away the freedoms, yeah. And so long as you're divided, that's no good. Try to, you know, whatever movement, whatever you're in, if there's people that are speaking the truth, yeah, and they're doing good, and they're, you know, and they're shouting out, and they, you know, they're like me. Yeah, and I'm not saying follow me because I'm no good at that anyway. So don't follow me. Don't go somewhere else. Don't follow me. There's better people than me who have a lot more savvy on this than me. Do you know what I mean? So don't follow me. All I want you to do with my stuff is spread the word. Keep it going. Download it and spread it. That's all I need you to do, yeah? And use it, yeah? Because it is good information. Just come to my forum, log in, grab a bit of information and post it. Do you know what I mean? You know, and failing that, I might get some t-shirts printed up, you know, some of my own. I've got my own cards and that, you know, where like Profane and stuff, you know, so you might buy a few of that. If not, go out and buy your own t-shirt, put I am not profane, boom boom boom, you know, and put something on it that tells the Freemasons that you're not profane, that you're aware of what's going on and you're not stupid. Do you know what I mean? But get on board of something. Do you see what I mean? Don't keep going into little groups. You're weak. You know what I mean? Tell your groups, if you're a leader and you're not a Freemason and you are true and you believe in it, go to groups that are big, that ain't being run by some bloody, you know, stooge that been put there to keep guiding you all down the wrong path and all the rest of it. Get the people, the ones, believe me, the ones who ain't getting a word in, yeah, they're the ones that they're the ones that you want to be following, not the ones like Mr. Ike. I think I've got him on here. You know, he's only got a word because they were allowing it. Trust me. You know what I mean? I don't know whether to trust that dude or not. Do you know what I mean? But he's only got a word because of the simple reason is, well, I believe, and that's my only opinion. And like I said, my opinion, even with all these videos, yeah, it doesn't mean you have to believe it. I could be, you know, like distracting you away from something. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't believe anything what I say, you know. But I'll tell you another good bit of information if you need to do it, and you save yourself some money. Get a brick, put it in a bag, tie it, and then put it in your cistern. You'll save some water, or so I've been told. But, you know, seriously, on a serious note, I know, but yeah, just please, just don't keep making up groups out of group, you know what I mean? Because all you're doing is weakening yourselves, yeah? Get, you know, combine your groups, do you know what I mean? People that are true, yeah, and you know who they are, they speak the truth on the online. Get with these people, yeah? And they're the ones you should be supporting, do you know what I mean? You know? You know, I mean, you know who it is. I mean, like, you know, come on. I mean, let's be serious here, yeah? There's someone get killed on the news, you know, some women, I don't know, I can't remember her name, sorry, you know. She's killed, right? Bam, it's in every paper, it's in every news channel, it's everything, yeah? And then what happens? Loads of child sex trafficking, Epstein, whatever his name is, the other one, and bloody da. What did the media print? Nothing. Oh, you know, he's getting a jab or this, that. It's just a distraction, you know, wake up. Do you know what I mean? Because they're keeping you away from the real truth, you know what I mean? Anyway, I hope you've read that. I'm sorry I'm rabbiting on a bit. I want to try and keep this... Sorry, I'm burping. Right, anyway, yeah, so drink wine out of a skull, yeah? But the skull, I believe, right, has the blood of some of the Mason, you know, like the you know, like the skull and bones, whatever. I think there's actual blood in that, you know what I mean, whether that's goat's blood and things. I know they do, like, you know, some ritual games. I'll show you that later, the ritual games where they do a bit like bobbing for apples in blood and things like that, you know what I mean. But that's another story. But anyway, extract referred from Mr. Adams' fourth letter to Mr. Livingston. I think the letters I've shown you a little bit on that on the last video or the video before, so but that's in the forum as well. You can go download the letters. It shows what he says and what he says. Legislators in all ages and in every country, see, every country, you know what I mean, not just the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, they're all fighting, everyone, and there's truthers, yeah, well, telling you the truth of what's going on, yeah. So get on board with them, yeah? Don't keep making up silly little, you know, this, that and the other. Don't forget aliens, flat earth. That's not going to, you know, we'll deal with that later. Do you know what I mean? Who's been to the moon, who hasn't been to the moon. Deal what is in your town and city now. What's controlling your country. Do you know what I mean? Flat earth, all of that, moons and all the rest. You can deal with that later. You know, deal with what's coming now, you know. Anyway, for people... inconsistent provisions, cruel or disproportionate punishments, and a legislation weak and wavering. Executions in England for some crimes were attended with butchery that would disgust a savage. Yeah? Acknowledged truths in politics and jurisprudence can never be too often repeated. Publicity is an object of such importance in free governments that it only ought to be permitted but must be secured by a species of compulsion. If he, the culprit, be guilty, the state has an interest in his conviction, and whether guilty or innocent, it is a higher interest that the facts should be clearly canvassed before judges inaccessible to influence and unbiased by any false views of official duty. Yeah, and the funny thing is, in the UK, all your top judges and lawyers are all Freemasonries. Do you know what I mean? So go figure. But again, like I said, back in the day when this was about, if they had a Freemason going for the hanging, they used to drag him through. He used to play up, screaming merry hell. So they go, right, we'll gag him. They used to then put a gag a man, whoever that was, a profane man, gag him, put the I can't think what's, like a pillowcase on his head. Well, you know, like one of them covers, whatever they are. Tie it so he couldn't, you know. So then the man would come out in the same clothes, struggling. Do you know what I mean? But that'd be the profane man, and then he'd get hanged. You know what I mean? The profane man, and the Freemason would then be put on a boat, shipped to America with other Freemasons with welcome hands, saying, "Ho ho, come on, join our life." And then he'd make a life for himself in America or in Australia. No one would be wiser. No one would know the difference. Do you know what I mean? And this is what it's about, you see. Like today, like I said, if Freemasons, they get waved on in, like, for fines and God knows, all small little things. Do you know what I mean? But I'll let you read this yourselves anyway. Yeah, this is their fan. Though it should be voluntary inflicted or of death, thought that death should be suicide. Well, we've heard that one before, haven't we? They always call it a suicide when they kill someone, don't they? Yeah, and when you've got enough people backing it up, whether it's the doctors, the police and whatever, then that's what it is, isn't it? It's a suicide, you know. But there you go. But come and read that yourself. I don't want to get too far into this. Clearly. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's it. But like I said, you need to you know, pop into my forum, get the book. There's one there, I think, that's so big, the upload, I have to actually put it in, but it's there. Do you know what I mean? If you want it. Right, now it's the Messiah. Got Doctor Who. I think there's one here. I just want to get on this side here. Oh, that's it. No. Right, so done that. Now I just want to go to this one here and start this off. Oh, I already read that. Greater police powers to disrupted non-violent protests. You know what I mean? But when it does get violent, yeah, the people that turn up to do the violence are the Freemasons. Like I said, because it's a brilliant excuse to give them their little policemen another excuse to run in there. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just shaking the shaker. To go in there and have a reason to call you this, that and the other in the paper, so the next time you're standing there doing a peaceful protest, and you can see it through history, look at all the peaceful protests. Oh, it was a minor group. We didn't do that. And you can see it, you know, there's videos on you. We didn't do that. We didn't condone that. That was a minor few. Yeah, well, the minor few are minor Freemasons, I'll tell you that. And this is the thing. So watch who's in your protest crowds. See, this is what Freemasons look like. You see, when you're in a protest, yeah, this is how they come within your crowd. You see, spot him. Yeah, there he is. Gang stalking, drug dealing, pedo mason. That's what they look like. These are all profane people. See, you need to wake up. And once you wake up and then put your eyes on the proper wolf, that wolf goes scurrying. You know what I mean? They don't come up front. None of them do. Shh. Keep yourself quiet, because if you tell anything about corruption, oh, how do you think he got away with it for so long? Apart from being a Freemason and the power that he holds and the money and the influence, how influential do you think the Freemasons are within your town, within your city? You think they can't close anything down? You know what I mean? And rubber stamp anything you go for. Do you know what I mean? They know how to damage a person. They know it. It's fact. Sacred and profane, yeah? There's a lot of circles within there's a lot of squares within my circles, yeah? Do you know what I mean? That's an old profane existence. Do you live a profane existence? Is that what you know? Do you live in a profane world? I don't know. You tell me. Are you profane? Shh. Don't tell. Shh. See, this is sacred, look. See, powerful. Reality, really real. You know what I mean? In reality. But profane is everyday life, yeah? And your everyday life is struggling, yeah? Paying your bills, paying you this, paying you that. Do you know what I mean? Because they want you to keep you there, yeah? Because they don't want you waking up, yeah, and seeing the privileges that they're getting and what they're on. Do you know what I mean? You know, they've got like 6, 7, 8, 7 bedrooms in their houses. They only fill one bedroom. Do you know what I mean? While you struggle and you've got all the people on the street. Now look at that, when the COVID come out, we can't home anyone. As soon as COVID, their excuse or whatever, what'd they do? Home everyone in the UK. As soon as that was near over, then they got to put them all back on the street. You tell me. It shows true merit when something comes to the crunch. It shows you, doesn't it? Again, profane. You know what I mean? The sacred, the Freemasonries. You know what I mean? Masons, yeah, look, here you go, look, Masons are in a judicial system all over the world, which they are, everyone knows it, and this is why there is no corrupt in the court. This is why there is corruption in the courts, yeah, and that's in the judicial corruption of Mississippi. That's in the USA, that is. You know, she's a good lady, she is. Anyway, then you've got the Royal Masonic Benevolent Institute. You've got the Grand Patron, Her Majesty the Queen. Then you've got the Grand President, His Royal Highness the Duke of Kent, and you don't think they've got an interest in every town and city where the people are going to be an uprising? That's what the Freemasons do. They're there protecting the elites. Yeah. Then you've got President, Chief, blah 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 blah. But that's that's the fun. You see. Oh, here we go. What we got here? I think that's just a little bit here. I might like. You can go read this yourselves. Oh, come down. Yeah, just go to Dumfries and Galloway Council. This is what this lady sent, this letter, yeah? Right, it's a known fact that in councils, Freemasonry try to obtain control of the planning applications. Of course they do. I've gone through this again, yeah? Because they buy, like they say they buy a pub, they demolish it and then put, say, 6 flats on there. Do you know what I mean? That's a guaranteed property. That's going to obviously give the contracts to the Freemasons to build the flats, blah, 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 and the roofers, the whatever. But them 6 flats, yeah, rather than a pub that sits there getting you know, I don't know, X amount of money a week or whatever, or month, you've then got a guaranteed income with 6 flats, and the council are paying that, and the Freemasons own it anyway. Do you see what I mean? And when the person, you know, dies or whatever, blah, 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 it might be in Mr. Smith's name, but he's a Freemason. When he dies, it then goes into the Freemasons. Do you see what I mean? Into their coffers. And then they're guaranteed the payment on the 6 flats. If there's if there's £500, you know, each flat a month, work out for yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of money, isn't it? So anyway, no corruption in the planning permission, but this is it. This is there. Do you know what I mean? This is, you can't. How can you do this? Do you know what I mean? It's there in black and white. Look, and known links between Freemasons and corrupt practice. See Inside the Brotherhood by Martin Shaw and The Brotherhood by Stephen Knight. Both books I've read. Brilliant. Get them if you can read them. Read them. Oh yeah, they're going to be in the forum soon. Stephen Knight's book is in there in the forum. Yeah, The Brotherhood. Just read it. It shows you all the judges. He names them all the judges, solicitors, the lot. Yeah. That's already in there. Martin Shorts will be in there soon. What role could maintain to keep track? Yeah, I'm stuttering again. You know what I mean? Remember, I'm not used to this, so you know, I'm just I mean, it's just my 4th video, so you know what I mean. Right, in each, read that yourself anyway. I'm over my feet. I can't even get my words out. Lucky I ain't singing a song for you, my love. Anyway. In each of the past 10 years, has the council had any complaints, reports, listen to this, knowledge or suspicions of corruption or fraud by councillors? Yeah, this is what I was on about. Where these investigated, and if so, what was the outcome, right? What actions have been taken in relation to the corporate corrupt councillors in any of the past 10 years, right? Now, these are saying, now, here we go. This is their response to these questions, right? Now, number 4, in each of the past 10 years, has the council had any complaints, right? In 10 years, right? Reports, knowledge or suspicions of corruption, right? This does make me laugh. And I don't know, I wish I'd have put it up on there for you, but I'll show you next time, okay, what I writ to my councils, all right? But you've got it in the forum. If you go read the forum, you'll see, right? And this is where they replied, yeah? Okay, give you the code. Same old spiel from every council, you know what I mean? All right? Just a load of blabble. Right, each councillor is required to record any registrable interest in accordance with the code. Oh, TV's gone dead. Code to the update interest. Wait there. Freemasonry is not listed as a registrable interest in the Code of Dumfries. Yeah. Galloway. Councils hold no records of Freemasonry membership by any of its councillors except where they choose to declare same. The register of interest for individual cases is published on the information page of Dumfries. Again, hiding their because they can hide their interest. You know what I mean? You get if you start putting a tick on every Mason, or just put a big G on their head, you know what I mean, you'll soon know how involved Freemasons are in every council up and down the UK. Do you know what I mean? And all they do is rip the profane off, yeah, and give preferences to their own children. Do you know what I mean? To get a council, to get in housing and all the rest of it. If you're profane, you're out. Do you know what I mean? But this is the one I liked. Where is it? Look, the council has a counter-fraud and counter-corruption policy statement and strategy, which members agreed to in June 20. A copy of the document is available below. But that was written by Freemasons. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, look, this is the best bit. The council does not maintain a record of allegations received or suspicions raised of a corruption or fraud by councillors. Can you believe that? They do not maintain a record of any corruption or fraud by the councillors. If a concern arises which appears to be supported, the matter is referred to the Police Scotland and the Standards Commission as appropriate. Records only of actual cases of fraud and corruption are maintained within the council for a period of 3 years. Can you imagine that? You know what I mean? There have been no cases of fraud or corruption involving a councillor in the period which records currently cover. Now I'm going to look that up because I'm telling you, I know there is, yeah, between 216 and 219. I'll have to do some investigation yourself, yeah. I don't need to know there is, believe me. Please be aware that the council hold the copyright where applicant blah blah blah. Yeah, you just read that anyway. That's the end of it anyway, yeah, and I'll just leave that there. But I love that. Can you believe that? You know what I mean? Councillors do not maintain a record of allegations received or suspicions raised. See, because it's all in their favour. Do you see what I mean? Because it covers up. Shh. Because it covers up the corruption with what Freemasons do. You see, that's what they build, a wall of knights around themselves. Yeah, and these knights are there just to protect themselves, so no one can get complained about. Nothing can be done. Anyone profane, you're kept low. Do you know what I mean? And each and every one of them, you will not touch. You will not get near them. Shh. Because your complaint will go nowhere. You know what I mean? And this is how they do it. Let's go to the next part. Oh, that is it. I think that is it. Yeah. No, it ain't. What happened there? What the hell? Procedure for corruption involving... let me go in a little bit. The Dear Dumfries and get this again, look. Fact that councils try to obtain... I think... Oh, sorry. It's the same one, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Wait there. Oh yeah, that's the question she asked. Sorry, I've meddled up a bit here, and I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. I should have gone. Hang on. Oh, no links between. Yeah, sorry, that's just the. I've made a bit of a muffy there, but that's the same thing anyway. I'll leave it there if you can read it like that. Now watch this. Going back to Switzerland. Look, notice the Masonic cross there. Okay. Look, their interest is banking and finances. Are key industries, okay? So that's where the money is, okay? Look where Switzerland is there, okay? That's Switzerland, right? A little country. Now look, if we go to the next page, there's Switzerland there, okay? There's London, beautiful, beautiful. We've got Amsterdam, Prague, Munich, Milan, Monaco, Andorra, Barcelona, Madrid, Valencia, Rome, blah, 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 blah. But look where Switzerland is, right in the middle there, okay? Now watch this, are you ready? Here we go. I know what's coming, it's so funny. Right, here we go. Octagon. Now you're telling me, right, yeah? Now this red, all this red here, right, believe it or not, is World War II, and that's Germany and the countries they invaded during World War II. And you're telling me that little Switzerland there, I mean, what reason did they just to say take France? Germany, Italy, and they looked at Switzerland and went, no, we're not going to... Do you get that? Now go watch Octagon, Fritz or whatever his name is. He's on my last video. And then you ask yourself, you're telling me that they wouldn't invade that country? Seriously? You're telling me Switzerland stayed out neutral? I mean, France would have been neutral, wouldn't they? Do you know what I mean? Italy would have been neutral. They all wanted to be... They were invaded. They were invaded. Do you know what I mean? And that's the point of it, innit? Why wasn't Switzerland invaded? Ask yourself. Don't be profane. Ask the neutral country. Do you know what I mean? Now, if Germany would have took Britain, that would have been red. If they could have took Spain, they would have took Spain. So that would have been red. And then that still wouldn't have took Switzerland. What, such a small country? What hold did Switzerland have over Germany? Do you see what I mean? Because it's Masons, Freemasons, Masonic wars, you see. All wars are Masonic, yeah? Napoleon, do you know what I mean? Hitler, they're all Freemasons, all little puppets. Churchill, yeah? You know what I mean? Look at that, yeah? And if you'd have got into Russia, do you know what I mean? Why not Switzerland? I mean, look at that. Does that even look like a true war map to you? Anyone at war, right, will not go, you know, even when they're like Rome invaded countries, they invaded everything. And you're telling me the Germans left Switzerland alone? What for? What reason? Think about it. Work it out. Go look at Frutzwitz. He'll tell you why. You know what I mean? And there's your Masonic army, look. Boom. Now imagine them with all aprons on. That's your Masonic army. Because they're going to be the first ones raising up. Look, they've got their aprons on now. See? Oh no, they're short. Sorry. I thought they were Masons. But this will be your Freemason army. You know what I mean? This is your lodges. You know what I mean? There's the great worshipful master. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. There's your Freemasons. But they don't like that. They come as wolves in sheep's clothing, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah. Dum. And this is what they're going to raise up with you. Yeah, they're going to grab their swords, but obviously they can get the guns. They've got the guns, remember that? They've got the guns, they've got the money, they've got everything. When it comes to you taking their power away, they're going to take these and start lopping heads off. They're going to shoot me. I'll be one of the first to go. They've talked about that enough and causing me an accident. But anyway, that's another story. I mean, look at that sword, look. That's what's going to come up soon. Now, if they can control people with swords back in the day, yeah, right? But, you know, defenceless little serfs and peasants. You think they can't raise a sword now and control a profane people? Of course they can. But they got guns now. You know what I mean? And if you don't believe they can, you know, they can get firearms, yeah, just like that, yeah, because they sign it. Oh, here's my mate, he needs a firearms. Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll sort that out. I'll take that to Mr. Policeman in my lodge and he'll sign it, and he will. Boom, boom, boom. Character reference. Do you know what I mean? And they got the guns. Believe me, they got the guns. Oh, here he is. Look. Do you recognise him? Notice the cross, the cross. You know what I mean? We won't go bowing him. There's a Masonic sword. Oh yeah, it's David Icke. This is why I don't trust him. Do you know what I mean? But there's a lot more to why I don't trust him anyway. But I ain't getting into that. But like I said, he wouldn't have a voice. If he, you know, all these people that have got a voice, yeah, they ain't got a voice for nothing. Do you know what I mean? And then we've got, you know, things like this. Do you know what I mean? What's this all about? You know? This is what it's all about. Order of the Eastern Star. You know what I mean? Freemasonry. Yeah. Doom, doom. Remember, I want you to hold that. Remember that little ball, yeah? With the little cross on top, yeah? And that's the, remember I was talking about kiss the crown of thorns, yeah? Right, I want you to remember that, yeah? If you notice the heart, if I can get it, I might do it on the next picture actually. Notice it's been pierced there, yeah? You know what I mean? And that's the crown of thorns, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And the cross of Jesus, blah. Well, I'm going to read too much into it. You know what I mean? Again, oh, there it is there again, look, see? That's where his heart got pierced. You know what I mean? But again, the cross, yeah? I don't know who the artists are on this, don't ask me because I don't know, sorry. Just go here, again, see it, dun dun dun. Notice the Masonic, that don't go a mess on me, that don't. But notice the ball, look, the ball with the cross, look. Notice it again, but again this is an unknown artist and I don't know who the artist is, I'm sorry, but again I just want you to keep recognising that little ball because it's going to come into, I'm going to start showing you some stuff with that in a minute. Well, not today, I don't think. It'll be a bit later, I think. I don't think I'm going to cover the time on it. So that's the end of, oh no, what happened there? What? Oh yeah, I don't know why that does that. It goes into a different thing, I think. Anyway, Fox News, let's see all these numbers. I don't understand these numbers, but a 666. God knows why that's in there. I just left it anyway. Oh yeah, now we've got, look, here's Dr. Masonic Who, what I go on about. Now watch this sign, yeah? Which one's this? Now we do a lot of posts now. Just have a look at this hand sign. This, I don't know, like this creature does. Oh, there's no sound on this for some reason. I don't know any sign you've seen. I'll explain it anyway. Natural? Okay. Obviously you've seen the Masonic shush. And she goes to the belly and then come up. Watch this. Watch the alien. Watch the alien, right? This. Watch the alien as they do a Masonic sign, right? This is more signage. There's two aliens do two signs, okay? I'll show you the first one, okay? Watch the alien, watch. See? See it? Come up, watch, here she goes. See? Bang. What is the message to the Freemasons? And believe me, that's a sign to the Freemasons. See? See it? Come up, watch, here she goes. See? That's how subtle they do their moves. See? And it's funny, it's a lizard, isn't it? Or a type of lizard. Watch, here she goes. See? See? What is that? What is that all about? What is that? This is what they're putting through your telly. This is Dr. Masonic Who. And you'll see in a minute why I call it Dr. Masonic Who. Did you see the alien there? Did you see the other alien? What? See it? See it? Just to the right of the screen. Look. See the arm sweep? Look, watch. See it? See it? Can you see it? See it? I don't get it. See it? You know what I mean? See the alien to the right there? See the sign? But this is the sort of signs they put in. And a lot of the signs I missed, you know what I mean? Which obviously I can't keep my eye on every bloody thing, you know, when I'm watching something, but these are just what I pick up. And you'll start to pick them up. Look, watch, see that sign? Look, boom. And then the other alien come down here, look, boom, follows it through. But that's that one. And then we've got this one. This one is Christmas Carols.
Blazing star or comet.
14, I can't remember.
1 minute it's
watch
not
this.
In the
It's now you're going to see the Masonic
shooting
shooting star.
Freemasons will pick up on it.
All of a sudden, there's nothing there. You'll see me point to it.
Profane
Right.
star.
I'll just forward it. I've got no sound. I don't know if you're hearing sound or not or what. Right, here we go. Look,
here, look, this point
now,
here. See no star, no nothing.
I'll pause that. Here, look, just here. There's nothing, right? There's nothing there, okay? Now watch. I point up with my finger, obviously, as you see. Right, look, where I'm pointing with my finger, right? But watch then the blazing star of the Freemasons, okay? Now this is going back to like Dick Turpin time. Is it Dick Turpin? Oh, my heads are so vulnerable. Not Dick Turpin. What's his name? Oliver Twist. Do you know what I mean? This goes back to Oliver Twist time, I think. But yeah, watch this.
No star, no nothing. Okay.
Watch.
Right, behind him,
still nothing there.
Nothing.
Right.
See?
Boom, nothing.
Then
see?
all of a sudden,
now watch. See it? Boom. There's your shooting star from Freemasonry. Now I'll run it.
Bang. There's your Masonic star.
And then you'll see it again in a minute. Just as it will pan back around again, you'll see the full Masonic blazing star.
There it is, look.
And there it is, look.
Star.
Boom.
Shooting star. Freemasons will pick up on that.
You see what I mean?
But when has that been a Christmas thing anyway?
Things. Obviously you won't pick it up, you'll just think, But if you're a Freemason, you'll know exactly what it is and what it's there for. And I'll show you some other stuff in Doctor Who if it's time. I think I'm running out of time.
Go again with
we'll keep going with it anyway. We're there, we're getting there.
A little nod to the Shriners again.
This one, I don't know.
Come in as a monk and he says, monks are just not cool. But watch him
oh
give
yeah,
a nod to the fez.
He puts a fez on this one, yeah. Again, a Masonic Shriner nod. A nod to Shriners, you see?
There
that's
we
what
go,
the
that's
fez
the nod.
is for, yeah. Again, it's just another nod to, you know.
There we go, that's the nod to the Shriners
and he
again,
does it quite a few times, yeah. And I'll show you that in about 30 seconds, right? So there we go. Just remember that, yeah. I mean, look at that picture, right? Ask yourselves why Germany wouldn't invade Switzerland. There's got to be a heavy reason for that. Come on, you think Germany invaded France, Italy, Czechoslovakia, Austria, Hungary, boom, boom, and then they come up against this little country here, and they're going, oh no, we're too scared. What was the connection that stopped the invasion? Hey, think about it. Do you know what I mean? Look at that. It tells you. You can see it. Ask yourselves why. Then go watch YouTube's. In my last video, just go watch his videos, and he tells you why. Yeah, Fritz Octagon. Look at Octagon, YouTuber. Yeah, but look at that. They invade all them countries, apart from Switzerland, and you can't sniff a rat. Come on, don't be profane. There's a reason. Now here we go with Dr. Masonic Who. Okay. Well, actually, look, Chats Fritz. That's who you want. Chats Fritz. Yeah. Okay. He does a lot of real good videos. Yeah. I'm like 47 deep or whatever I am. But look for Octagon. Yes. Octagon. Order of Putin obeys. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's got a lot of good factual videos you should be watching and re-watching, because this is where this all come from. Do you know what I mean? He shows you. He's a lot better at doing the videos than I am. I'm terrible. Or look at the Horde of Babylon and a universal blue octagon, yeah, which is the army. I'll put it on my Facebook there. But watch these videos. He knows, you know, he's a lot better at explaining stuff than I am. Do you know what I mean? They're in English as well, so as a result. Anyway, back to Dr. Masonic. Again, these are some of the videos that I've just shown you, yeah? Do you know what I mean? If they don't download, then think again. Look, these are the tracing boards I want you to get used to. Yeah, the signage. Yeah, without the sign, like the bumblebee. Do you know what I mean? The eclude boxes. Yeah, the heart, the sword. Do you know what I mean? The anchor. Hello. Oh, there we go. So you know, when you get used to these, all of these signs. Yeah, because they all have a meaning. Do you know what I mean? Each and every one. The stairs. Look. Yeah. 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. See, that's the stairs, yeah? Okay. Each stair, 3 is the Fellercraft, and then you go up, you know, enter the apprentice, Fellercraft, Master Mason, then you go up the rest of the stairs, yeah? And each one is a level, yeah? And beside them, like I said, there's other, you know, offshoots, do you know what I mean? You've got the level, the trowel, do you know what I mean? Just learn all of these, yeah? You need to learn all these signages, yeah? And once you learn them, you start then recognising them within your TV programs, yeah? because that's what it is. You know what I mean? Look, there's the Master Mason, worshipful master. You got the treasurer. I want you to remember them keys. See what I mean? Start remembering the key. You know, as soon as you learn it, yeah, you're well on your way. Do you see that? Look, this here, right? That's the 3 pillars in masonry. Yeah, okay. The 3 pillars. Now the 3 pillars I'm going to shoot, and hopefully I can knock this up. Yeah, that's not only there, right? There's the 3 pillars what land on the moon, right? This is Doctor Who, don't forget, right? Then we have the 3. This is the Mason. I didn't. I got the thing. I should have took a screenshot of it really and show it to you. But this certificate here, Masonic, yeah, okay. That's in the doctor's office in Doctor Who. Okay, there it is a bit closer. Right, which shows you that this doctor is Freemasonry. They've landed three Masonic posts, yeah, Doric and all that sort of stuff. Right, now if I go a bit further, right, here it is. There's the actual certificate, okay, which is Masonic. I don't know how to zoom in on here, sorry, or whatever, but I think I can get it on the papers anyway. But we'll carry on. Here it is again. Look, the murder mysteries. Yeah, that was in Miss Fisher's murder mysteries again. Another like head nod to Freemasonry, okay. Putting in the programs all the time. Do you know what I mean? Here they are. There, look. Yeah, that was saying as above, so below, which then makes the the jewels. Do you know what I mean? Boom. And here they are. There, look. Ionic, Doric, and Comet. I didn't want to do the third one because I can't pronounce it. But it's wisdom, strength, and beauty. Okay. You know what I mean? And that's obviously Solomon, Hiram, and Hiram Abiff. Yeah, that's the 3 lot thingamajiggies in there, bloody blah blah blah. See, now see it there, look, Bruce Willis. See the pentagram, look, with the child. See what I mean? See, pentagram with a child. Yeah, I can't remember what the movie is. Sorry, not for the life of me. Sorry, I think I've shown you this picture already, where there's in the the eye in there. I think I've shown you these now, so I'll keep off of them. Dun 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 dun. There she go with a hand sign. Look. Okay, then a quick shush. See, you see the shush. This is all in Freemasonry. This is right. I'm going to come out of that now. Done. Right, go back down. Right, so this is all in masonry. Right, so you got the three poles. Right, that's in one program of Freemasonry. Okay, right. Then we've got the old Doctor Who, loads in there as well. Now you see him do the Masonic sign there. Okay, let's see if I can get that up. Okay. I think I can just flick through it normal. See the sign there by Freemasonry? I don't know how can I increase this? Is it increase or like make it enlarge it? I don't know how to enlarge it, sorry. Click image to see it. Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, oh, there you go. See the sign, look? See the sign? Okay. And if I shrink it, how do I get the bloody pictures back what I had originally? I don't know how to do it. Go back. I'll just go back a minute. Ooh. So there we have, yeah, there's the doctor doing it, okay? And then in the next picture, we have the same Freemason sign, okay? Now, again, I've already took you through some of this, yeah? This is Dagaz, okay? I've already gone through Dagaz with you, okay? So you've seen some of these, you know. So you know the Dagaz, boom, boom, do you know what I mean? We've done this, you know, in my last video, yeah? But here it is again, look, the shush. But that's a toy. That's a toy, by the way, him doing the shush. You know what I mean? Here he is, look, with the pyramids. I think this program was something like Doctor Who and the pyramids, something, whatever. But again, it's a lot of Masonic signage, you see, look. See, pyramid. You know what I mean? Obviously, and you got to look at the architecture as well, because they always have, you know, Masonic architecture. You see it in the background, like, yeah. Yeah, but obviously, again, you know all this. I've shown you all this. Again, look, that's it. That's Doctor Who and the Pyramids of Mars. You see? Okay. And it, again, there's a lot of, oh, he's the master and all that sort of thing. He's the worshipful master. Oh, master. You know what I mean? And there's like the, you know, again, the mummies with the Alpha and Omega, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? Oh, and there he is, look, at the pyramids. Just there, self-serve for you guys, just to, you know, just reinforce that, you know, again, you've seen this one. Am I going round in circles on this? More Masons doing the same bloody thing as per usual. Right there. Oh, where's that gone? Oh, that is it. Yeah, sorry if I'm a bit done on this, but again, you see, even in the old Freemasonry, yeah, in the old episodes of Doctor Who, we still have the you know, them doing the Masonic signage, yeah. And as for the Alpha Omega, and I've explained this in my last video about the pharaohs and all that sort of stuff and the signs, but I'm going to just tell you about the Alpha and Omega when they do it as a sign of recognition, yeah. And that's in, right, here we go. So I'm going to read this, so if I mess up a bit, I'm sorry, but this is a sign of recognition what they do, yeah. And I've actually had this, I was in a club and the guy come up to me and asked me, you know, and actually tried the ritual on me, yeah, and I obviously didn't give him no bite back. But anyway, companion, I'll now instruct you in the secrets of this degree. This is the sign of the Royal Master demonstrates. This is the sign of a Royal Master, yeah, and he demonstrates the sign is given by placing both hands, fingertips touching above the head, right? Now that's supposed to allude to where the temple is going to fall in on his head. Do you see what I mean? But I'll just, that's just, you know, but that's obviously, you don't say that touching head, and that it does tell you, sorry, but no, he didn't explain it here. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to explain anymore, but by putting your fingertips to the head, you can have it, your hands facing down, right? And then there's one what I did in a video, I think it was the last one or the one before, where you put your hands like your palms are up on top of your head, and that alludes to like where the temple's falling in around your head. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, so that's what that alludes to. But here it says, anyway, things upside above your head, it alludes to the traditional penalty contained in the former obligation that you would be buried alive rather than unlawfully disclose the secrets of this degree, yeah. So you'd rather be buried alive rather than disclose this, you know. But like I said, that's palms down, and if it's palms up, then that alludes to like with the temples falling down, you know, King Solomon's temple or whatever, I don't know, I forget. Anyway, this sign is to be given on entering or retiring from a council of royal masters, or when addressing the thrice illustrious masters. See, they have all these bloody titles because there's so many of them. Right, so anyway, so you hand someone an object, it doesn't matter what the object is, yeah, all right, and so, but he'll hand them a gavel, yeah, he'll hand them a gavel or another article, whatever that may be, but someone will hand you something, yeah, right, and then the sign of recognition is given by taking any particular in the hand, given 3 taps with a foot, which you do, yeah. Well, I can't tap, I was trying to tap, I couldn't tap. Oh dear, I was tapping, but I got socks on my feet and you can't hear bugger all. Then I thought, oh, I'll tap the bloody mic, but anyway, forget that. Anyway, you tap your feet 3 times. This is what they do actually in recognition. You know, I've had this done on me, do you know what I mean? And I had to keep stumpf, even though I could have done, I've sort of de-learned myself to all this sort of stuff because I don't like seeing it, yeah, or recognising it, if you get what I mean, you know. So anyway, yeah, he come up to me doing it and I was like, oh, you twat. Anyway, the sign of recognition by taking any particle in the hand, giving 3 taps with the foot and passing it to whom you wish to test. Yeah, see, they test each other. So if you want to know he's a Mason, you test him, you know, and it tells you, you know, and if he can't do it, obviously he's like a bloody fellow craft or a master Mason or whatever, then he ain't going to tell him any information, you know what I mean? He ain't going to discuss any murders or anything like that. But if he's a Royal Master Mason and then he comes up and he proves himself true to him, then he'll divulge any information that is on that level to him. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, if we're murdered for Profane, they'll talk about murder, whatever. You know what I mean? Anyway, but that'll go, like I said, he won't talk. You know, if it's a Master Mason, a Royal Master won't talk to a Master Mason. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because he's a higher than a Master Mason. Do you know what I mean? Same as a fellow craft, because it's all about ranks, and as you go up through the levels, like I said, they go when you go, if you're a Royal Master, you go in, they'd have to go through all the other degrees, yeah, and signs, yeah, before they actually open the lodge in that sign. Do you see what I mean? So if a Master Mason was there, so all the Master Masons could say, you know, but once it goes, they're going to go up to the next level. All the Master Masons have to leave then. Do Do you know what I mean? And then blah blah. But you wouldn't get into them anyway unless you really, you know, and I mean super corrupt. Anyway, this is a super corrupt royal master. I mean royal masters, or when addressing a thrice the last month, hands the gavel or any article to the other dude, yeah, and say, do you know anything about this? Right? They remember this off by heart, both versions, both sides, yeah. So they know the reply and the answer. Do you know what I mean? Or what is asked and what is replied. Yeah, they know this word for word, both sides. Yeah, okay. Do you know anything about this? Hands the article. I do. I know the beginning. What do you know about it? I know the end. What is the beginning? Alpha. What is the end? Omega. The first, the last, the beginning, the end. Now this is like again, you've got to know these passwords. Now I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, but that's what they say: the first, the last, the beginning, the end. Ambat Zafan Underground. Okay. Royal Master, thou art found. Yeah. Because of that password that's given, and obviously that, yeah, then it's found, yeah. But they do a lot. Obviously, you've got to know the grips as well, okay. There's other things to it, and the step, okay. You know what I mean? Like they step up to you and blah blah. You know, you've got to know all that and the signs, yeah. So it ain't just easy as like this. What I'm reading you, you can't just go. Well, you can give the signs and that. You know, I did this on a form. I've got it on a thing. I'm sure I'll get it up. Yeah. Well, I was giving it to a Mason, and he go, well, I'm only going that far. He wouldn't go all the way, yeah, because I went. I think I got an alpha out of him, and then when I went to Omega, that's as far as he went. Do you know what I mean? But you know, anyway, and behold, Master, thou art found. Repeat, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. In the communication of this grip, see, that's what I mean. Everything is like I said, there's a step, a grip, and a token. Grip represents Solomon, king of Israel, and the candidate. That's like who replies goes Hiram, king of Tyre. The grip or token is known as the broken triangle, and the origin of this grip is as follows: Solomon, king of Israel, and Hiram, king of Tyre. If you remember the three columns I just showed you, remember? Okay. Meeting in the sacred sanctuary shortly after the death of Hiram Abiff, involuntarily placed themselves in the position to give the grip. This is the Royal Arch grip. Both stand to order as a R.A. Mason and place their feet to form two sides of a triangle. Okay, so they place the feet to make you know, they're so they place the feet to form two sides of a triangle. Okay, do you get what I'm saying on that? So like you make it, you know, their feet makes a triangle, two sides of a triangle. Okay, anyway, right, two sides, but quickly realizing that one of their number is missing, which is obviously you need three sides to make a triangle, they immediately place their left hand on each other's right shoulders. Okay, right, where is it? And King Solomon, pointing downward, asks, what do you see there? To which Hiram, king of Tyre, replied, a broken triangle. Candidate repeats, a broken triangle. So they both say that. Then stepping backwards and throwing their arms, King Solomon explains, alas. And Hiram, king of Tyre, explains, poor Hiram. Candidate repeats, poor Hiram. This then is the grip of a royal master, and the words are, alas, poor Hiram. Candidate repeats, alas, poor Hiram. And that is a recognition of a royal master. You know what I mean? So if anyone comes up to you tapping their feet 3 times and saying, obviously, do you know what this little object here is, then you know what to reply to it. But again, you can get that all on my forum. Do you know what I mean? Just some of the stuff they do, but that's signs of recognition, and they do all that, and you've got to know that word for word. Do you know what I mean? Again, if you want to know it, it's there, available on the forum. You know what I mean? The book's there, memory techniques to find out and memorise it all. I've done it all, but I've decommissioned myself, if you get what I mean. I was getting a bit, I didn't want to know it, put it that way. Look, Doctor Who, the Day of the Doctor, right? Wearing the famous Shriner's hat in Day of the Doctor. See, this is off a Freemasons forum, this is. And he noticed that himself, you know what I mean? And look, the Day of the Doctor, 50th anniversary special of Doctor Who, the 50th anniversary. you know what I mean? And the famous Shriner's hat at the Day of the Doctor. You see, anyone else see the Shriner's hat? You look at it and you think, you know, the funny little dudes and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Now this picture here, right? Now I've shown you the swastika. Okay, he's now wearing a Master Mason, and that is a Mason's step. Okay, what he's now doing there. Remember, I show you it in I can't remember what video it was in, but I show you the same step in it was in Holmes and Watson. Yeah, the same similar step. Okay, but notice you got the pillars. Yeah, the candles, blah blah blah. But let's go now. You got the St John's on the TARDIS, yeah, which is another nod to Freemasonry, because St John's is bloody for Freemasons. But anyway, see the three pillars are here yet again. Okay, right, and then you see the three candlesticks, the three lights. You see, okay, I can't, you know. Oh yeah, notebook on stand to the left of the Doctor, which is here, yeah. And I think that's a Freemason Bible or something. I can't remember offhand, but yeah, but you'll get the idea anyway as we go along. Now this is a Masonic, yeah. Oh yeah, it's telling you there that, yeah, is a golden globe cane or a ballot ball, yeah, right. And I suppose you've seen that in, like, that's Masonic jewellery. Again, these all have a sign and a token, and it tells you information, yeah. Look up Masonic ball, yeah, or globe, yeah, and that's what he opens there. You see, he's looking, giving you the one eye again. Remember the one eye? Do you know what I mean? Okay. Again, we've got this Doctor Who, apart from the one I show you in the video, which was the Doctor you've just seen with the cane, and that's the Masonic get-up he's in. Again, another nod to the Shrine of Freemasons. She does another nod to the Shrine of Freemasons. Of course, you got the infamous shh, and they're telling Freemasons to keep quiet. Do not tell them that we are in Doctor Who. Yeah, shh. Another. How many doctors can shush? How many doctors' assistants can shush? Shh. See, all Doctor Who shushing. Yeah. Oh yeah, St John's. There it is. You see, that's St John's there. I don't know how to enlarge it. I don't even know. I daren't even attempt to enlarge that. But that's the St John's, yeah, which is a patron saint of Freemasonry. So it's another nod. And if you go back far enough, that didn't used to be on the Doctor's door, but now it has appeared in the new seasons and that. You know what I mean? What's this again? Again, there's Masonic floors, yeah. See it there? But that was another reason I took this picture, and I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was that sign there. I wondered what it was. And I was thinking, but it was actually, as you stop the thing, that was actually nothing to do with what I was thinking. But it's, yeah, obviously it's tile floors. Oh yeah, it is. Let's explain it here, look for you. St John's, yeah. And again, it's all to do with Knights Templar, white and black knights. Do you know what I mean? Again, there's always good and evil in things. There's good and evil in Freemasonry. Do you know what I mean? But if you're covering up one, it's all bad, isn't it? So that's what that is, yeah. It's a fez. I wear a fez now. Fezzes are cool, yeah. Which is, and oh, let me tell you something. You've got Shriners in the UK. Do you know what I mean? Just as prevalent or profligate or whatever the word is as they are in America and in the UK and in Australia and everywhere else around the world. There's still Shriners everywhere. Trust me. You know what I mean? Because that's another level. Do you know what I mean? So just because you know they're more proliferant or whatever the bloody word is in America, you know, they're riding their funny little cars. Everything everywhere else is underground. You know what I mean? Okay. So, but again, you know, more shushing. You know what I mean? Again, this is where you'll have to get the videos where, you know, he's going like the worshipful master and all this sort of stuff. There's lots of worshipful masters and masters coming after you. But again, the tiled floor look. Okay. If I'm missing some of the signs, I'm sorry. Again, this is Doctor Who coming off the end. Again, the pyramids. Yeah, that's his assistant. Again, another nod to the fez. This is all different times, yeah, where they've used this fez. Do you know what I mean? How many times can you nod to the Shriners? Again, tiled floor, and I forget now what's eluded me. Again, another don't tell anyone, you know, because they know what they're doing. They're telling you, they don't want you seeing this. The only people that are seeing it is just Masonic TV. Do you know what I mean? Again, shh. Do you know what I mean? Shh. See? Shush. How many times can you shush to someone? Yeah? And there it is there, you know. Well, I didn't need to go through it. Again, another nod to the Shriners. Shh. Keep that quiet. Don't tell any. Oh, no, not another Doctor shushing. Shh. We don't want the profane to find out. Oh, not again. I mean, how many shushes can you do? Do you know what I mean? But that's just in that piece there. Do you know what I mean? That was in one episode, basically. Again, keep an eye on these. I want you to recognise these people. You know, I want you to there's the shooting star. Remember, it was in Doctor Who. Look, that's the shooting blazing star. What you said was disappeared, and then all of a sudden, bang! In the video, there it was. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, there's the box of illus, the wasp nest. The wasp nest, the bee's hive, the beehive. I want you to recognise these, these signs, yeah, because I'm going to show you them all through different TV programs. The lot. You got the hornlet, yeah, 69. Yeah, it's whole floor. I can't remember why I've got that. Yeah, there it is. The blazing star again. You see it? The shooting starlet. See? Okay. Again, shooting starlet to the left here. Okay. There it is. But again, you've still got like the boxes of leg glued. You'll see this all in everything. Do you know what I mean? What's on telly? The bumblebees again. Blah, blah, blah. This is all their signs, yeah? Once you learn their signage, there it is again. Look, the shooting star. Again, the blazing star, whatever you want to call it. Can you see it? Look, the windows, what I was talking about. Look for architect. You see the windows, look? I'm going to enlarge this one if I can. Yeah, there you go. There, let's see. That's what you're looking for. That's Masonic, you see. Do you know what I mean? That particular there, yeah. When you see this particular just at the top here of anything like that, that's Masonic, you see. When you keep an eye out for. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I don't know. I have to go back again. Sorry. So I don't know how to do it. Oh, back down. Which part did I get to? See, there's clips here. What I want you to see, yeah. Like the Masonic different things, like yacht, like. There's more information if you come to the, I can go through it but I don't want to be reading everything, do you know what I mean? But there is more to it, the three Masonic columns, the swastika, but I don't want to keep, obviously, I want to try and get through it as quick as I can, just give you the ideas, yeah, but you can soon find it yourself, do you know what I mean? Yeah, look, Yod, the Masonic blazing star. The Masonic blazing star is one of the most important symbols of Freemasonry, see? You know what I mean? So I need you, you need to come over the forum and read about it, yeah? You can even find the Masonic comet, a star was found hidden within a Robert Burns painting, yeah, which was and you can see that there, you know what I mean? And within the painting on Robert Burns, there was a blazing star, and I think some, I'll say calligraphy, but that ain't called calligraphy. That's, oh, bloody hell, like secret writing. But here it is here, look, you see it there, look? No blazing star, look, and then you go like next picture, bang, there it is. You see, look, no blazing star, bang, there it is. And remember, these people know what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? They didn't put there for accident. They don't go, oh, we're now panning down here. Oh, where's that star? No, it's put there for a reason. You know what I mean? Because it's a nod to Freemasonry. Do you know what I mean? I forgot what I put this up here for. Again, look at the L, the A here, yeah, I'll call it the L and the A. Do you know what I mean? See it, LA, see it there, look, which is a square and compass, yeah, yeah, square and compass, but in a different shape. Notice that, okay? Because again, it loses. And this here, look, you see the steps, look, see that, look, and then it goes off to the right, then to the left, right? Their approaches, see, it's all in the steps, yeah. Do you know what I mean? You see the steps there, look. One, look, that's at right angles, yeah, heel to heel, heel to heel, heel to heel, heel to heel, heel to, but they're the steps, yeah, and you get into, and this is part of what they, again, what they, as you go up into the craft, you know what I mean? These are all tracing boards, what they use, yeah. Notice the shape of the 8, yeah. You know what I mean? They're there for a reason. They're not there for no reason, trust me. Everything on here is there for a reason, yeah. How many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, 5. So that'd be oh, I forgot now. But head spinning. But yeah, there's 5 steps there. Can you remember the steps I showed you? It was 3, 5, 7, wasn't it? Yeah. So this is for the 7th. Yeah, above obviously Master Masons. But I forget what it is now. Bloody my head's spinning. But that don't matter. I don't mind. Right. See again. Look, I'm going to take you through, and I'm going to look. No star. No star. This is the camera panning down. It's gone beyond the dude now, look. No star. And there it is, look. Bang. There it is. Bang. Bang. Hello, Freemasons. Do you know what I mean? And there it is, look. There it is. yeah, and it's just a nod to Freemason. Like I said, there it is on the left of the tracing board there. You know what I mean? I don't know what I've got this up before. It's got to have a blazing star in it. Now what is it? Our Father, in who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, kingdom well be done on earth as it is in heaven, power and glory, amen. Something I've got this for some reason, I don't know why. Anyway, sorry, but I don't know. It's there for a reason. There's the 2 columns, yeah, remember there was 3 in the other one. This is the 2 column. Yeah, I'll just go 2 columns, you know, because obviously it's Jack and Boaz and all got different names, yeah, depending on what it is. But there it is there, let's see, there's the doctor. And that's just a nod to the Freemasons, do you know what I mean? Hello, you know, all the dumb profane people can't spot it, you know what I mean? But here, oh actually I think I've got it in an MP4. So if I save it, I'm like, oh I did show you it, did I not play that? Yeah I did, didn't I? I'm sure I did. I don't know, I can't remember. Yeah I did. Again, look, another nod to Freemasonry. Obviously, Laurel and Hardy were Shriners, yeah. And here they are, look, there's the doctor. He jumps into this telly and starts dancing with 2 Shriner Master Masons, Laurel and Hardy, okay. So again, there they are, Laurel and Hardy. There he is with his fez on, look, which is another nod to Laurel and Hardy. And there's Laurel and Hardy, the Master Masons, or above they were, Sons of the Desert, with their fezzes on, you see. So it's just a nod to Freemasonry. So when you see it again, there he is again. They're doing the same thing with the arms crossed. You see what I mean? He's in there somewhere dancing across. But again, like I said, this is Dr. Masonic Who. Do you know what I mean? Then you've got your world leaders doing it, yeah? And you think Freemasonry don't run the world? Come on, wake up, like, wake up. You know what I mean? Yeah, see what I mean? That's Freemasonry. And there they are again, look, see? Same thing. Freemasons, Shriners doing it. Don't matter what it is, they all do it, yeah? That's your Shriners there, look, doing the same grip, yeah? You know what I mean? You just see it in Doctor Who, you're just seeing your world leaders doing it. That's the World War leaders, look. That's what's his name? I forgot. I think I got it right in the last one. That's what's his name, and what's his name? Stalin, that's it. But that's what it's all about, you know what I mean? All Freemasons, look, all 3 of them. I forget his bloody name, and that's Churchill, that's it. Churchill, Stalin, and I can't remember, Roosevelt. I'll call him Roosevelt. That ain't though. Then you got the Masonic nod to Masonry with the M, yeah, bum bum bum. But I don't know why I show you that. Again, there it is again. See? And once you start, if it went amiss, by the way, see the lady there, look. Okay, see the female. So remember, it's not just men, it's female as well, okay? And there's the doctor again dancing. He's jumped into the telly, dancing with the famous. There you go. You know what I mean? You can't get, you know, Laurel and Hardy. It's a nod to them being Shriners. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's just saying hello. Yeah, we, you know, bum bum bum. So this is Dr. Masonic Who, yeah. Then this guy here that was running Doctor Who, yeah. Again, you'll have to come and read it. He was a Freemason, yeah. And he worked on Doctor Who 4 episodes and Time Flight 1 to 4, yeah. But you know, again, check him out. And like I say, we're not going to go back into the Masonic armies again. Oh yeah, I will, just to keep you remembering. See, there's your Masonic army. We don't control it. Well, they don't control anything, just the important stuff like your town halls, police. And again, I think you've seen all this, yeah. You don't need to see all this again. You know what I mean? But again, look, this is a classic, look. Why did George Washington, Freemason and first president? Surely that should be first president and Freemason. In fact, why is Freemasonry even mentioned? You know what I mean? Because they like it, they love it, don't they? That's the real style. You know what I mean? Look, Freemasons don't control everything. Just the important stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, son? Yeah. You know. Oh, sorry to swear. Anyway, the duty of every Mason is to empower another Mason to succeed. Yeah, baby. Is the pattern emerging yet? Eh? Hitler, you know, all Freemasonry. You know, free for Masonic wars. Oh no. Oh there. The profane, no, shut it down, shut it down. One of my favourite ones, eh? Anyway, no matter who is in president, this person is still a Freemason. That's it. That is the truth. You know what I mean? Mahabone, another pass. Masonic mafia. You know what I mean? And then again, this is an anti-Freemason poster, that is. But again, you can find all this on the site. I'm going to keep dwelling on it, you know, not too much. See, look, again, the Ku Klux Klan. Again, that geezer chats, threats, links the Ku Klux Klan to Freemasonry within America and what they did. And he also links how they linked to JFK and why he was killed. Do you see what I mean? But look, they go back to being your cops, doctors, pastors, lawyers, which is what they do. Do you know what I mean? Each and every one of them. They're your lawyers, your judicials, your judges, and God knows what. You know what I mean? There you go, see? Hey, it's true, isn't it? Read it. It's funny how everyone is finally talking about the secret societies that has been controlling that entire world through illegal corporations, but nobody will mention their name. Freemasons. Shh. Don't mention the Freemasons. Shh. Because you've been indoctrinated to keep shush. And I keep telling you, shh. They are everywhere. Everywhere, literally. Again, I'm going to flick through these because I was finished anyway. Where are we now? I think you should download the 2 minute vote film. Oh yeah, this is Masonic Puppets. I'll get that as well, I think. Masonic Puppets, because I think these are important, you know what I mean? Right, now these puppets, right, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, look at this is nice, yeah. A God complex is an unshakable belief characterised by consistently inflated feelings of personal ability, privilege and infallibility. Someone with a God complex may exhibit no regard for the convention and demands of society and may request special consideration or privileges. That is your Freemasons all over, trust me. I've seen it. Speak to them, you know what I mean? Anyway, look, again, you need to come over and read this, you know what I mean? But here, again, look, the God complex, how to spot an everyday psychopath, right? I've spent a lot of time looking at people who show psychopathic traits, normally from a criminological perspective. And that's my job, to figure out the motivations of criminals. What I've learned can be applied more broadly across the population, right? However, to look at how psychopaths and sociopaths act in normal life, contrary to what the movies might exhibit, obviously they run around like, you know, Silence of the Lambs or Patrick Bateman in American Psycho. Patrick Bateman, where did that come from? I thought that was bloody, what's his name, innit? I can't remember his name now. Norman Bates, innit? Anyway, many are walking among us, leading completely normal lives and are even some of the most successful members of society, precisely because of their psychopathy. Psychopathy. These are the ruthless business people who do whatever they need to be done regardless of the human cost. And they do, and that's what it's about. They don't care about you. None of them do. Psychopaths enjoy the power they feel, knowing that so many lives and people's future rest in their hands. It's the God's complex, a psychological fantasy when someone perceives themselves as superior in every way to everyone else, and rules are not more for mere mortals. Well, no rule applies to Freemasons, I'm telling you now. You know what I mean? Here they are, look, the Freemasons, okay? This is how they have their dinners, right? Yeah, after meals. They sit in a round table like that, brothers and all them out. Yeah, this is what they do, right? But in Doctor Who, they did the same scene, look, you see. Now that they're all Freemasons, look, sitting at the dinner tables the same as this, look. So look, notice the curtain across the back. These are Freemasons, these are. Notice the curtain in the back, right? Look, watch. Notice the curtain in, oh, you ain't going to see it yet. There's a curtain, the same sort of curtains, yeah. But these are Freemasons sitting at the table. See, another nod to Freemasonry within Doctor Who. I want you to recognise the horseshoe, because again, as the horseshoe is important. You see it on the, I'll show you on, I think, a few of the Masonic signs and that, yeah. But the horseshoe is important. See the 3 boxes, I keep calling them Zeklud or whatever the name is, but as the 3 boxes, yeah, you've got to remember these signs. This is where this all coming from, you see what I mean? Bum, bum, bum. Again, look, Freemasons round a table, okay? Freemasons round a table. Now, oh, look, there's a couple of Masons. Look at the sign, look, you see? You've got to recognise these signs. Anyway, we weren't getting into that yet. Freemasons round a table, you see? Dun dun. Are you ready to complete your journey in pure ancient masonry? See, and this is, look, enter the apprentice, fellow craft, master mason, and a companion, step 4, yeah? Talking heads, I'll give you, you know, you can come and watch that and read it yourself. But the point of that, the two little videos what I just downloaded, if I can do that from here, yeah, it's a blaze image. That ain't an image, is it? Can't be a bloody image. It's got to be. Yeah,
Here's another great nod to Freemasonry. All these puppets you're now going to see are supposed to be Freemasonry imported. This here.
I should have changed it. Oh my God!
I'm the doctor.
Come on.
We're
Now
going
here
to
they
die
are. Look.
here.
See him at the table, and they go, "Worshipful Master, worshipful
Sshhed,
Master."
can I have a quick word? No, it's still me, Doctor, but I've seen the light.
Just to speak.
I lived a blasphemous life, but he has forgiven my inconstancy, and soon we've been.
There we go. That's it.
We weren't ready. We were still raw. But now you're what? Cooked, if you like. Soon you will be too.
Notice it. See that? And why does it go to the pin?
Find
See?
your room. My room. Today, what's he waiting for? We weren't ready.
All here, you'll hear him mention the brochure. You know, they don't do this here.
Right, listen, yeah, right. Just listen to myself here. I'm going to put it at the screen. Right, here we go.
Another great nod to Freemasonry. All these puppets you're now going to see are supposed to be Freemasons, yeah? They always have a ventriloquist come in and do like a show.
Yeah, they do entertainment with ventriloquists and that. They do that in the
Another
lodge.
nod to Freemasonry. Notice the Masonic tie pin. Do you know what I mean?
tie
You'll
pin
hear
there?
the light in him. You know what I mean? The light will be mentioned a few times, but the light,
See the light in him?
the only important
The
thing.
light in the
I mean,
east.
again, a nod to Lucifer. Do you know what I mean? But you'll hear him mention the brochure. You know, they don't do this here. Again, that's a joke to Freemasonry. But anyway, you'll hear it all. Here you go. Listen to this.
Watch. So they're supposed to be Freemasons.
All them are Freemasons. They're supposed to be.
Go on about the light.
Hello. I'm the doctor. We're going to die here. Well, I said he didn't mention that in the brochure. Sshhed, can I have a quick word? No, it's still me, Doctor, but I've seen the light. I lived a blasphemous life, but he has forgiven my inconstancy, and soon he shall feast. We've been here 2 days. What's he waiting for? We weren't ready. We were still raw. But now you're what? Cooked, if you like. Soon you will be too. Be patient. First, find your room. My room.
The light.
There's a room here for everyone. Even you. You said you'd seen the light now. Nothing else matters anymore. Only him. It's
The
like
worshipful
these
Master.
I used to hate them. They make me laugh now.
Yeah, good Freemason joke. Good Freemason.
See? And that's about the light, you see, when they're going on about the light. Let's just see if I got the other one. Sorry it's taking a bit long.
Another
Again, look, watch the see the dead body? The Masons.
Another nod to a Freemason ritual.
See?
Yeah, there's a body in a shroud.
See a body in the shroud where they obviously re-erect, blah blah blah.
You're going to see black and white squares, you know, again leading up to
Yeah,
the
you'll
door.
see black and white
Then
squares.
you'll go, my master, my lord, obviously, which is a reference to Lucifer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's going to say,
here
my
it is,
lord, my
say,
lord.
Like I said, the nod at the back, the Freemasons at the back there that are lined up, but not at the table.
And my master, which is the
Actually
worshipful
referring
Master.
to a
Watch.
ritual within Masonry.
Isn't it?
My master! My lord, I'm here!
See? Call him Lucifer. There's the black and white tiles.
Black and white tiles.
Here. For you. He promised me a glorious death. Give it to me now. I want you to know by the
Lucifer.
Nothing to do with you. How's it going? Talk to the client. Pray. Hear me. Pray. Hear me.
last thing you hear.
The last thing I feel.
The
The
lost
last
name.
It's the last name of God.
The last name of God, the lost word.
The last thing you hear in Freemasonry is the name.
Beacon that led me from darkness to light, and now I
Here we go, the light
am
again.
blinded by His majesty, humbled by His glory. Praise. That's quite enough of that.
And there you go. All Freemasonry.
What's going on?
I hope my sound's been turned on for this whole thing, because if not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to run round and do it again. But again, I've got the mic a bit closer to me because I wasn't sure. We see the doctor with the pyramids. Oh yeah, look, yeah, that was the, yeah, so that was them basically. Again, he's going, oh master, and again, it's all to do with see what I mean, the Freemasons sit round tables, so they do, so they know it's a nod to them. Yeah, and obviously in the videos, like I said, if you come download, you can go, oh my master, and I explain it a bit more in the forum. Obviously I can't go through it all, but again, we see the Doctor Who with the pyramids and the Illuminati hidden eye, right? And of course the 2 columns of Boas and Jackin, right, along with the 3 steps in Masonry. This is all in this picture I'm now going to show you. And of course there's the statue doing the Daguerre sign, all done up in one TV clip. I say it's very Masonic, BBC One. So there it is, and you know, there it is, the 2 columns, look, okay, you got the Jackin and the Boas, right, you got the steps in Masonry, yeah, the 3 steps, look, 1 2 3, you know what I mean, you got the pillars, and I can't remember what the rest is I said. But yeah, that's what that is. And again, look, this is where he's dancing. He's now a master, you see, right? Okay. You got the steps again in Masonry. I forget some of this now. It's like up, and I forget what he's got on now. It's like it's been a while since I researched this bit. I forget now. Oh, anyway, again, there he is. Steps. There's the steps. Look. Okay, 7, 5 and 3. See, remember that 3, 5 and 7, okay, are the steps. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. See, then you got the 2 columns left and right of that, of course. You got the swastika above him, right? There's the 3 steps in Masonry, the first 3 steps, that is. Remember the other steps I just showed you in the other graph, which was the thingy. This one is this step off, and then it's heel into the insole, then there's another step, and then the other heel into the insole, and then come together in a square. You see what I mean? See, so that's the first one, enter the apprentice, and you stand like that. Obviously you give them the grip and you give them the sign and the whatever, do you know what I mean? And each one of them, they're the stances. So stance, grip, blah blah. That is the master gives the grand hailing word of the 5 points of fellowship. See, so it's toe to toe, knee to knee, arm to back, ear to mouth, do you know what I mean? Then the grips in between, and then it's mahaboom. How did the black eye? The wife was giving me a lecture and I corrected her 3 times. Oh yeah, baby. But yeah, there it is, look. There's your Masonic leaders doing the same thing. And again, you know what I mean? Again, look, the one eye, do you know what I mean? Referenced again. Okay, I'm just going through this. Again, look, 3, 5, okay. Going through this quick again, 3, 5. Again, here's the pyramids, you know what I mean? This is where it's coming round, area 52, whatever that is, the United States, in a pyramid, and I can't remember what for the life of me what it was now. You might have to go into it, but again, look, it's BBC One to do with Masonic, you know, again, I can't remember, to do with, you know, there it is again, look, 5 points of fellowship. That's about the end of that one. Was a bit thingy there. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I also nod to the 3 great lights of Masonry, meaning the 3 steps are youth, manhood, and old age. Yeah, along with there being a 3 periods. Yeah, time, death, and eternity. Yeah, but they're all like, you know, this is what is a nod to. Do you know what I mean? All of this, you know. See, look, the Royal Arch Council, your High Priest, Companion, Captain of Host, are you a Royal Arch Mason? Captain, I am, that I am. And I've said that about, that's what God said at the burning bush. I shall I know you to be a Royal Arch Mason? By 3 times 3, yeah? And so remember, 33, do you know what I mean? 3 times 3. 3s are always important. Then you got the triple Tor, right, which is regarded as one of the definite symbols of Royal Arch Freemasonry. Yeah, so like I said, you need to come and read this as well, because this is all into it as well, the triple tours, but I don't want to get into too much into that at the moment, you know what I mean? And then it gives you, like I said, this gives you the columns, yeah? Do you know what I mean? The 5 orders of architecture are Tuscan, Doric, Ionic, Corinthian and Composite, yeah, which is the 5 what go up there, yeah? Okay. Then you've got 5 human senses, obviously hearing, seeing, feeling, smelling, tasting. That's all to do with, you know what I mean? You've got to know all of this, you know what I mean? And this is why they like, you know, all these certain numbers, you see. See, the first 3 of which are highly esteemed among Masons, which is number 1 is the hearing, to hear the word, right? Which is the, you know, depending on what level you are. Seeing the sign, whichever penal sign that may be, and then feeling the grip, which is the handshake. Do you know what I mean? So they have to hear it in their ear, see it, feel it. Do you know what I mean? So that's why they can see each other in the dark. Do you know what I mean? Because then in the dark they can still outnumber the profane. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, here we go with the shush. They're loving shush. Many ways in the motto Audi vi trace, right? Which is the former Latin translate. You know, no dare be silent. You know what I mean? But you know, again, you need to go into it. Do you know what I mean? Hearing is known to learn to be taught, seeing down to think on and consider its purpose and meaning, feeling, touching, to be silent rather than attempting to stumble until fuller knowledge is attained. But again, I'm not going to read all through this. This is because you can come over the forum and read it yourself if you're interested, you know what I mean? So look, Freemason ritual again, name the 5 points of fellowship: hand to hand, foot to foot, knee to knee, breast to breast, and hand over back, yeah? And again, that'll explain it all, what that is. Do you know what I mean? Exactly what these little leaders here are doing, you know what I mean? And then you've got the power of free, yeah? If you don't know what that free represent in Masonry, then please look above, what that tells you what that is above, yeah? Anyway, and then what we've got, yeah? Most of their altars, yeah? Their altars are cubes, yeah? Okay? And then you go into the cubes here. The seal, that's the seal of King Solomon, yeah? That is. Okay, all right, and I ain't going to go too much into that because you can come over here and read it yourself, yeah? I'll enlarge this, just say it being a spec, just so you know that the cube, 3 sides or faces, it corresponds with the number 4, yeah? By which the ancients represent nature in the number, boom, 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 see a 3 and the cube, yeah? So it all equates down to that. Let me just go back. Where am I? So it's the cube, yeah? When you learn about the cube, then you go to Dr. Masonic, who, when you've learned about the cube, they start getting the cubes all over the world, yeah? And start going on about the cubes all over the world, yeah? Which basically, oh, the Freemasons are all over the world, do you know what I mean, yeah? And again, look, you've got the cubes in the 9/11 memorial, yeah? I've already done the memorial with when they did the one eye as well, I think. Again, I do, you know, it's here, the cubes everywhere. Santa Ana, Haunting, Germany, Hamburg, Germany, Denmark and Manhattan, yeah? So they're actually cubes in your own cities, do you know what I mean? Yeah, and it goes deeper than that. Here we are, it's a bit better. Look, that's in Australia, okay? Black cube in Australia, Manhattan, Kaaba in Mecca, okay? People are walking around there. Black cube in Denmark, Apple Store cube, New York City, and then you got rings going around the Saturn, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, whatever that means. I ain't got a clue, sorry. More light, today's Freemasonry men and women, do you know what I mean? But that's more light. Again, you've got the 3 thingy. Look at the keys again, do you know what I mean? This is what it's all about, yeah? The cube, look, notice the cube, okay? Again, these are cubes, the 3 eclude cubes. I keep calling it eclude, I'm not done it. Again, the 3 cubes, okay? Because they're important. Again, we've shown you these anyway, haven't I? Do you know what I mean? Cubes around the world again, you know what I mean? A cube, and that explains it a bit more with the numbers and that, you know what I mean? All right. And again, like I said in Doctor Who, the cubes, yeah? Never be afraid to guard the west gate, yeah? So again, like I said, they travel from west to east, you know what I mean? This is the rough ashlar, yeah? The rough. And this is what they come to be, you know, the oh, I forgot what the bloody hell it is now. Rough ashlar and smooth ashlar. I forgot, my mind's jumping about a bit. But yeah, this is what it's about. You know what I mean? The rough, the perfect ashlar. That's it. I keep forgetting. Sorry. So this is the perfect ashlar, and this is the rough, the profane around the outside. But this is what they use. attain to be. Yeah. Again, I got into this a bit. This is a rough ashlar. Do you know what I mean? A rough ashlar. And I think again, there's the thing we see in what he held up. Remember, with his staff. Again, all these mean something. All these little signs, yeah, all mean something. Yeah, there's a message within. Again, the rough ashlar and the smooth, not the smooth ashlar. Again, I forgot to play the. Well, you know what I'm on about anyway. Again, it's going into the cubes, not going into the cross. The cube folded, you see. So it's all different little signs. See, this is this is the Masonic ball. Search it, research it, but that's what it's about. You know what I mean? It's making the cube as well as a ball. Image formats. It's obvious that the rough ashlar symbolises the body. It represents cosmic root substance which is taken out of the quarry of the universe, but the first expression of intelligence and mould by them into ever finer and more perfect lines. See, so they come into the perfect ashlar until finally it becomes the perfect stone for the building as Templar, and that's by Manly Peel Hall, the Lost Keys of Freemasonry. But you can read about all of this and that, and like I said, a lot of stuff was going around me and I forget and blah blah blah. My mind's erased at some. Beside the gavel and the Grandmaster usually rests a transparent or white carved Amen ashlar. The Amen ashlar represents the ultimate secret, indeed transcending even the sacred black stone of Mecca. So whatever they are talking about here, and I haven't researched it, sorry, or had a look into it, because I can't know everything. But again, like I said, beside the gavel of the Grandmaster, because once he hits that gravel, everyone stops, you know what I mean, and obeys the Grandmaster. Usually the rest is transparent or white carved Amen ashlar. The Amen ashlar represents the ultimate secret, indeed transcending even the sacred black stone of Mecca. So you tell me, you know what I mean. But you'll have to research that. I haven't, do you know what I mean. This is mainly about the cubes, where in Doctor Who, all, you know, every cube invaded every country around the world, you know what I mean. But again, it was just a nod to Freemasonry. Again, we've got the Doctor here. You didn't know, Statue of Liberty, right? Again, the Doctor here, when he stops, yeah, at a certain sign, obviously first of all the guy has a tiled floor. Again, there's always tiled floors in Doctor Who. Then in the next picture he's staring like that, and I'm thinking, well, what's he staring? There's nothing to stare at, nothing happening. And then all of a sudden he looks in the lift and there's the Statue of Liberty, which is again another nod to Freemasonry. We all know who built the Statue of Liberty was a Freemasonry, blah blah blah. We know the story behind that. And then you get it in there. In this particular season, the statue turns into one of the angels or whatever, doesn't it? Yeah. And again, I'm going to show you something in a minute. Well, I bet everyone else missed. But yeah, this is not a scene, but that's built by Freemasonry anyway. So that was in there. And then you had him do this sign, yeah, in when he was talking to him. I can't remember what the conversation, but it's the sign. You see, the sign is in everything. You know what I mean? Then we move on. See that? Look, shush, a shush angel. Yeah, obviously, there you go. Every other angel is cover your eyes. Yeah, it's like cover your eyes. But this angel, see, when you see them, they like every time you look at the angel, they stop because you're looking at them. But when you turn away or the lights go out, then the angels move. You know what I mean? But this one was actually shushed. You know what I mean? I thought, yeah, very clever. What's this? I think that's about something I can't remember. That's for the life of me. A light traveller, Lady Liberty. It's more to do with Freemasonry, I think. I think that might be the temple stone, like the fountains. If I enlarged it, that's about the no, I can't enlarge it. I've done it again. Damn it. But that goes on about. I think that's the stone that's been laid on, you know, on the actual what's her name, Statue of Liberty. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll get that up. That stands for freedom, America. Freemasonry. Yeah, that's what it stands for. And that's why it was a nod in, obviously, that's who, Brother Frederick Bartholdi. But yeah, we're getting quite into a big one again, ain't I? And I need to stop this. But again, look, it's all measurements to do with Freemasonry, you know what I mean? Like everything else. But that was another nod to Freemasonry in Doctor Who. And again, here we go. Look, you can see again, the videos are here. I wouldn't do it because I want to shorten this up. But these are doing Masonic signs again, the old faithful, the old, you know, like this, yeah? You see this little dude here, yeah? You know what I mean? Again, you'll see the Doctor doing it here, yeah? You know what I mean? And he's doing signs all day long. Again, the one eye, you know what I mean? And again, I've seen the video, I can't remember, sorry, what for the life of me what it was. But again, he's doing the point and look with the finger, do you see what I mean? Okay, where it is there, look, So again, he's doing the signing. There's all nods to Freemasonry, yeah? You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Boom, nods to Freemasonry. I can't remember what that was about. There's always something, but I keep forgetting. Yeah, I think it was about the hands, how they're holding their hands, yeah? Which is the sign of Freemasonry, doing the Masonic M, yeah? See, look, boom, it's Masonic, you see? See, even she's doing it, my God. But shh, keep that quiet, shh, don't tell anyone. Again, in another episode, shush, you know what I mean? The Borg is shushing, look, you see what I mean? Everyone's always shushing. There it is again, look, just a clip, shh. You know what I mean? When they find her or something, I can't remember. But it's always shushing, see, it's always Masonic. Don't tell, you know, that's what I'm saying to Freemasonry. Do not tell that you're, you know, the profane, what's going on in Masonics, you know what I mean? And again, I think that's 7 steps here, and at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see, so there's the 7 steps of Freemasonry again. You see, do you know what I mean? And I think there's something else, but I can't remember what the hell it was. But it's always the shushing. There he is again. That is the master breath, and they resume their proper places while the master ceremonies instruct the candidate how to approach the east. Yeah, remember, it's always the east, and this is how they do it. I'll leave, you know, obviously you can read that yourself. Just pause it. And there he is, the Doctor Who, the old one again. Here she is, a shushing. I've shown you the fast shush on that. Again, look, there we go again. That's another, you know, I'll give the signs and the stress. But again, he's doing it himself. Do you know what I mean? There he is, look. See it, look? Freemason again. And you got the Dugard or whatever, which I've already shown you. The shush again. Dun dun. See it? See it? That's what all that is about, keeping them 2 fingers together. See it? Boom. And that's the end of that lesson there. We've got to be close to finishing it. Oh yeah, I am nearly finished. Yes, I've gone through all of this. Dun dun. But like I said, if you want something better, come and see it. You know, like I said, there's the fast Masonic shush, what I've shown you all, 3 Masonic signs and 3 Masonic signs. You know, I'll go on then, I'll get them for you and give you a quick buzz at them. I think. I hope I've got this right. I really do. Insight. Symbolism is a very powerful tool, yeah? It is everywhere around you. Study symbolism and you soon learn to become aware of the world existing within a world and the much deeper meaning of common symbolism you see every day. Do you know what I mean? That's true, you know what I mean? Again, look, the maple leaf, right? Oh, let me just click on it and just show you. Again, another fez, right? Yeah, another nod to like Freemasonry, okay? And then we've got the Canada, the maple leaf is another nod to Freemasonry. Research it, yeah, that's to do with Canada. So again, you know what I mean, a nod to, and again, look, here they are in Canada's corruption in court. Canada, there's corruption in every court around the world. You see what I mean? And all the way behind anything is always Freemasonry. Once you wake up to that, you might be out. Freemasons opened the Swedish Parliament, you know what I mean, in 2019, but they're nothing to do with any government or whatever. Again, yeah, like I said, that's the maple leaf to do with Canada. Yeah, there it is. Look, Canadian Freemasonry. You got 3 boxes and the trowel, blah blah blah. Happy Canada Day. They're all over it. Do you know what I mean? Look, there you go. See. That's symbolic to, again, that's to a nod to the Freemasons in Canada. Do you know what I mean? Someone said the swastika is nothing to do with Mason. So here's the proof. They referred to this picture in the above. Oh yeah, someone said to me, "Oh, swastikas are nothing to do with Masonry, right?" And so obviously I got this picture here, and then what I did, I went and got my old thingy out, and there you see the horseshoe. Remember on that guy's tie above, yeah. Which is the horseshoe, which is in Masonry, but there's the swastika there, okay? There you go, and that's what this is. This is a Masonic money box, do you know what I mean? There it is, look, you see? Boom. Okay, that's a Masonic money box. That's what that is. But yeah, so someone said, oh, ain't nothing to do. But again, like I said, a lot of signs to do. And then if you come and see it, Doctor Who, someone else picked up on it. Go check Jeremiah. Yeah, go check Jeremiah Cohen's YouTube channel. It's very good, yeah. But it's Doctor Who, the MK Ultra Mind Controlling Program, yeah. So he's picked up on it. And I done my, when did I do mine? I did my post in 2020, yeah. When I picked up on it, and he did his in 2018, but he didn't pick up
listen, because I've been making videos.
Made me bloody jump. That made me bloody jump. But he goes on about, like I said, look, he's picking up on the Masonic shushes. Do you know what I mean? See, he knows, and he's figured it out. Do you know what I mean? I think he goes on about the Screaming Angel and actually spots the shush one I see. Do you know what I mean? But he goes on about it a bit more than I do. You know, and knows like he can present it more than I do. So go see that on his channel. Again, look. Oh yeah, he's doing the same. I think I got that picture off him actually. I don't know, but like I said, he picked up on it as well. But I got a bit more than him. You know what I mean? He did the standard. But he did it different ways to what I picked up on. Do you know what I mean? I think he just stuck with it, you know, like the angels. I think he just picked up on, you know. So, but you know, see what his view is on it anyway. But he did pick up on it on different to what I did. Do you know what I mean? He obviously got some of them other bits what I picked up and researched, and obviously I've used a couple of his pictures there if they come originally from him like this. You see, but yeah, go search him up. That's Jeremy Cohen. He's very, very good. I watched a lot of his stuff and he's pretty good. So yeah, pick him up on YouTube. He's very good. There he is. Look, Hollywood Exposed. Yeah, you see, look, he's showing you all the signs. Look, you see. Look, he knows. See the daggers there, look. And I haven't seen that one. I haven't got that one. But he does it in that film, doesn't he? You remember what I show you? You know what I mean? But he picks it up. Watch this guy. He's very, very good. I've watched quite a bit of his, but I didn't. He's got some new stuff here by the look. But I need to pop in and see this dude again. But again, just get into his playlist. You know what I mean? Umilati, you know, he tells you everything. He's really good, man, and he does spot it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, get into him. And you know, if anyone want me to put any more links up, tell me. Yeah, so that's that. That's the end of that, really. Let's just have a look at them two things what I downloaded for us.
Right,
look, watch the Masonic signs.
Doctor now gives out 3 Masonic signs.
3 Masonic signs here, watch it.
It's all tricky and all subliminal.
1, 2, 3.
There it is.
Boom, did you see it? 3 Masonic signs, okay? But you can come and get these yourself, right? Now I'll get the other one. I think it's this one. This is part 2 watch.
Yeah, 1 hand and then 2 hand. Remember, it's subtle. It's only a hint.
Very subtle. You know, and look at his feet placement. I'm sure it's his feet placement as well. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He tries to square off, but he doesn't. You know, obviously he doesn't do it because it's too blatant. But watch the hand signs. This is what I mean. It's all subtle. You see that? Unreal.
Oh, mate. Let me just do that
Points
again.
in the air, yeah,
That's it. Watch, you ready?
It's all subtle.
So you look at the feet, look, trying to heel off, look. Yeah, sly little bar. Never mind. But yeah, that's Dr. Masonic Who. Like I said, do more research into it. But once you start picking up the signs, yeah, and you know your Masonic, what they're, you know, obviously what you're referring to and things like that, you soon pick it up and you start seeing it in other programs. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's programming you to accept, you know, their signs. You know, and it's a big nod to their club or their gang or their army to say, look, yeah, we're still thinking of you, how you doing, boom, boom. So they watch these things and they sit there and they got that little extra special program going on that, you know, oh yeah, spot the Freemason sign, spot the, do you know what I mean? So it's like a little game that they can play just by watching telly, and it's like a little amusement thing for them, do you know what I mean? But the profane don't see it. So if they're sitting there and you're watching it and you don't see it, they'll look at you. You know what I mean? So how you never see that, but I do, because I'm the fucking one, you know, I'm above you and what have you. I'm more special than you. I think that rounds it off for today anyway. Thanks again everyone for thingy. Like I said, check out Jeremy Cohen, yeah, because he is really good. And like I said, he's Hollywood's Cove and the documentary. He's got loads of good stuff here. I haven't been to his, for, you know, Are They Illuminati, look, with the eyes and that, you know what I mean? Order Out of Chaos, do you know what I mean? He gives you everything, you know. Oh yeah, and he's got the Freemasonry Exposed as well. That's where I go. I never go as high, as you know. I only try to keep, you know, like I just try to keep Freemason levels, yeah, because they're in your towns and cities. But everything he does, regardless of what it is, and he's talking here, and I don't know what he's talking about, but you know, at the end of the day, like I said, everything's to do with, before you become anything else anywhere, you've got to be a Freemason, do you know what I mean? So it don't really, you know, you can go Illuminati, Skull and Bones, that's their fault, and that's just something to finger point, do you know what I mean? Don't keep, you know, look what's behind it, who's running it, you know what I mean? Like I said, Boris, he might be standing out there, but behind him he's got a load of Freemason handlers, do you know what I mean? That's telling him what to do. And like I said, they've got lots of think tanks that control you people. So, you know, when they're building up all these extra groups and everything, that's just to divide you. So make sure your group is what it's doing and what it's saying. And if it is, and you are a group, you know, group admin or whatever, think about moving your people into another group and making it more powerful. Do you know what I mean? You know, get yourselves together. What do you want? You know, 20 groups all looking for redress, you know, in the UK on, you know, in the lawful courts. Do you know what I mean? No, you don't. You want to be together. Do you know what I mean? All on the same card, all on the same thing. Because trust me, they're all on the same page. Do you know what I mean? Every lodge up and down the UK, everyone who's an elite, yeah, who's got all the money, all the power, all the businesses, they're all on the same page. And so long as they can keep messing all you profane about and keeping you divided, arguing over silly little people they put up front, and you're blaming this and blaming that, you know what I mean? So long as you're doing that, they're happy, you know what I mean? But as soon as you start pulling them out and whatever, that's when the shit's going to hit the fan, because they ain't going to like that, you know what I mean? You know, my gang stalking playlist again, you know, this is what the Freemasons do. Gang stalk, do you know what I mean? I know all about it, don't I? I'll soon tell you about my gang stalkers.
The research.
Tell you a lot about my gang stalkers. 25 years I've been doing this, you know what I mean? I'm a veteran beyond belief, you know what I mean? But that's another story. Anyway, thank you very much again. It's a bit late. It's bloody 1:30 here. Oh, God knows how long I've been going. I'll keep rattling on, don't I? But yeah, I'm hoping you get an education, you know, or saying education, you know, you're getting valuable information, and just that's sort of like warming you up a little bit. I've got lots more to come, you know what I mean? Some of the stuff it's like, blah, and I can't get it all out, but I think I'm getting better as I go along. I don't know. I'll soon see anyway. I just out there for you guys that are, you know, that are profane, you know what I mean? You know, like I said, I've got a lot of enemies, you know, well, 42,000 billion around the planet, more than likely in other dimensions, and they've also got a bit of the old moon. So yeah, everyone in the UK who's a Freemason is my enemy, do you know what I mean, basically? But there you go, that's what they've made it, not what I've made it, do you know what I mean? Should have got out, shouldn't have even come into my life. I didn't even want them in my life, do you know what I mean? That's what Freemasons do, and they do it to every profane person, and they'll keep stomping on you with their jackboot Naziness as long as you don't wake up to them. Anyway, I'll keep going on. I like the sound of my own voice, but remember, have a great day. Oh, I've got to turn it off, wait there. Oh, baby. Right, good night everyone.